Good evening. This is the World News on your premium talk radio today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. And the headlines: Rivers State Emergency Budget Scale, second reading in Senate. Rivers APC endorses President Tinubu for 2027 presidential race. ECOWAS celebrate 50 years anniversary. On the foreign scene, French court sentences pedophile surgeon for 20 years in jail for abusing hundreds of patients. Thanks for staying with us. I am Lucky Maxwell. Now the news in detail. The Senate has passed through second reading a bill seeking to authorize the issuance of 1.48 trillion naira from the Consolidated Revenue Fund for the 2025 fiscal year for Rivers State. The bill, titled Bill for an Act to Authorize the Issue from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Rivers State, was read on the floor of the Senate by Senate Leader Senator Okpeyemi Bamidele during plenary. Bamidele stated that the budget is designed to ensure smooth government operations under an emergency governance structure in the state. He further underscored that the proposal aims to promote inclusive growth and development with a focus on improving the standard of living for residents. The bill is now transferred to the Ad hoc Committee on Rivers Emergency Rule to supervise and revert in 2 weeks. The All Progressives Congress in Rivers State, led by Tony Okocha, has officially adopted President Bola Tinubu as its sole presidential candidate for the 2027 general election. A motion to adopt President Tinubu as the party's presidential candidate was moved by the Falga Party Chairman, Ferdinand Ayinwata, and seconded by the State Party Legal Advisor, Kelechi Nwosi, during a stakeholders meeting attended by ward and local government area chairmen from all 23 LGAs of the state. Addressing newsmen at the end of the meeting, Okocha said the endorsement aligns with the position of the 22 APC governors and other national leaders of the party. He stated that President Tinubu deserves second term in office, citing what he described as a president's developmental stride since assuming leadership of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This gathering has agreed to join forces with progressive individuals of Nigeria who had seen the handwork of Mr. President and have so felt that it has endeared him for support for 2027. That's one point we have raised. We have also raised the point that they are all going to, in their large numbers, also mobilize for the party, mobilize for Mr. President, and mobilize for this state going forward. We have a renewed hope family, and that renewed hope family is amphibious. We have the APC, we have the PDP, we have those who are not aligned. They are all.
Okocha further disclosed that the stakeholders meeting provided an opportunity for the party under his leadership to conduct a grassroots census of ward leaders. He also emphasized that the party remains open to new members and supporters of President Tinubu, but cautioned that individuals with ulterior motives will not be welcomed. The Rivers State Police Command has recovered arms and ammunition from suspected criminals terrorizing the Igbo axis in Eche local government area of the state. Operatives of the command attached to the Hawk tactical team responded to a distress call reporting that a group of armed hoodlums wielding firearms, cutlasses, and other dangerous weapons had barricaded the Igbo junction and were robbing unsuspecting members of the public. According to a statement by the command's public relations officer, Superintendent of Police Grace Iringa Koko, the tactical team swiftly mobilized to the scene, and upon sighting the police, the hoodlums fled into a nearby bush, abandoning several of the operational items during the hot pursuit. The statement noted that 2 operational motorcycles, 1 black Opel Sam and 1 other black motorcycle, both without registration numbers, alongside 1 firearm and other items were recovered. SP Grace Iringa Koko stated that investigations are ongoing and efforts are being intensified to apprehend the fleeing suspect, recover more weapons, and gather further intelligence on the syndicate's operations. Critical stakeholders and residents of Amato community in Okehi Ward 2, Eche local government area of Rivers State, have appealed to the state government for urgent intervention to prevent the total collapse of facilities at the community primary school. The Amato people, particularly members of Oganihi Amato group residing in Port Harcourt, also stressed the need for the government to address the manpower shortage in the school by providing both academic and non-academic staff. Today FM Suchendo Jowo, who visited the school, reports that only 2 academic staff and 1 non-academic staff are officially employed at the school, while over 12 volunteers currently support teaching and administration. Today FM also observed that the newer building constructed during the administration of former Governor Rotimi Amechi has been vandalized, while the older structure remains in a dilapidated state. The lack of desk has forced many pupils to learn while sitting on the bare floor, prompting members of Oganihi Amato in Port Harcourt to donate over 60 desks to the school, an effort the Ochimba of Okehi 2, Chief Peter Ugwebu, commended and assured the community that measures will be taken to protect the desks from theft or vandalism.
We have seen a great number of chairs, seats meant for our children, which shows that you people have our children in heart, because children are the future generation. A pass buyer can pass okay to without knowing that this is okay to is the responsibility of everybody, including the Ogani Amato, the chiefs, the teachers, the supervisor that is here, and the head administrators. I promise you we will do our best. We will guide against all these things to see that.
Also speaking, the Director General of Oganihi Amato, Chief Eze Okere, and the group project chairman, Nnamdi Nwogu, said the group was disturbed by the poor state of the school and felt compelled to act, as they called on Rivers State government to intervene and help address the challenges facing the school and the community.
We have seen a great number of chairs, seats meant for our children, which shows that you people have our children in heart, because children are the future generation. A pass buyer can pass okay to without knowing that this is okay to is the responsibility of everybody, including the Ogani Amato, the chiefs, the teachers, the supervisor that is here, and the head administrators. I promise you we will do our best. We will guide against all these things to see that.
A representative of the Education Authority in Echebe Patience, who serves as the Chief Supervisor of Eche Local Government Education Authority, along with the school head mistress, Grace Osuji, described the donated desk as a major boost to learning conditions and commended the group for its dedication to improving education in the community.
Very extremely happy for what is going on today, because it has been a long expected event. But today, the glory of Amato has been restored. This is the new era. I'm very grateful for what Amato people has done, sharing you that if there is anything that happens to this year, provided you know the person and they caught the person red-handed, just forward. And I'm grateful to Oganihi Amato and the community entirely.
Troops of the 6th Division Nigerian Army have been trained to carry out internal security and humanitarian operations in line with human rights provisions and international best practices as they continue to safeguard the nation's territorial integrity. A training came as the Army Headquarters Department of Civil Military Affairs organized a one-day sensitization workshop on human rights and professional conduct for troops at the Port Harcourt Barracks, Bori Camp. Addressing the troops during the workshop, the General Officer Commanding GOC 6th Division Nigerian Army, Major General Emmanuel Emeka, emphasized the importance of the training, describing it as a significant step towards fostering a culture of respect for human rights and professionalism within the ranks. Major General Emeka noted that the workshop reflects the Nigerian Army's commitment to upholding human rights alongside its core values, as he highlighted the Army's ongoing deployment across various theaters aimed at protecting Nigeria's territorial integrity and supporting efforts to maintain peace and security. He expressed gratitude to the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, and the Army hierarchy for selecting 6th Division for the training, expressing confidence that the participants would leave better informed and equipped to carry out their duties with enhanced professionalism.
Regular refresher training is required to remind troops of human rights and international best practices. Hence, this novel program organized by Army Headquarters, Department of Civil Military Affairs, the workshop is a significant step towards promoting culture of respect for human rights and professional conduct among troops. It underscores the Nigerian Army commitment for human rights and its core values. While appreciating the organizers and resource persons, I urge the participants particularly benefit from the rich lecture lineup for today. It is my conviction that you will leave this place better informed and equipped with the requisite knowledge to further enhance your level of professionalism.
In his opening remarks, the Chief of Civil Military Affairs, Major General G.U. Chibuisi, said the objective of the workshop is to provide troops with a clear understanding of the legal frameworks governing military operations and the fundamental human rights of citizens. Chibuisi further noted that the training would also help soldiers understand their own rights and responsibilities, particularly when interacting with civilians during operations.
The South-South region where you are operating is dominated with various security challenges, which includes crude oil theft, bunkering, among others. You must know that the respect for human rights and professional conduct of Nigerian Army soldiers in all situations is not only a matter of law as encapsulated in various rules of engagement and code of conduct, but also a requirement for achieving the end state of restoring normalcy to conflict-affected areas. The initial step in gaining the trust and confidence of the public is to comply with the laws of armed conflict, uphold the human rights of neutral citizens, and behave professionally.
Stakeholders in the education sector have called on relevant authorities to protect Child Rights Act to create opportunities for them to excel in their academic endeavors. Director of Education, Ikwere Local Government Council, Briggs Tonye, made the call at the 2025 Children's Day celebration held in Ishiokpo. Tonye noted that the best can come out of the children if they are celebrated and given the right direction in life.
It is important for the government of Nigeria to focus on our children, because from my own observation that the devil is on rampage, and if we don't focus on our children, the devil will capture them wholesale, and it will be so disheartening. And I want to encourage the government, River State and very local governments, to use this medium to always celebrate children. It gives them sense of belonging, and also chat to the schools and encourage teachers. It is important that our parents should really work on their children so that they will come out and represent them properly.
In his remarks, Divisional Officer of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in charge of the area, Superintendent Raphael Mwaobia, stressed the importance of children as future leaders that deserve the best today from the society. Mwaobia also urged government at all levels to protect children's rights and discourage them from going into crime such as drug abuse, examination malpractice, and immorality.
When I had a town hall meeting with my stakeholders, they let me know that there are a lot of issues that require health awareness. Bonny is an island where oil and gas exploration and exportation is going on. So they made me understand that in the midst of so many things happening, there was very poor health awareness, which results in a number of poor health indices. So that got me thinking, and I sought collaboration with these experts. They have come here with their doctors, their surgeons, their laboratory technicians, the whole
The senator representing Rivers West Senatorial District, Senator Ipalibo Banigo, says low health awareness in Bonny local government area has contributed to poor health indices in the region. Senator Banigo, who is also a medical doctor, made this known during a free medical outreach held in the area over the weekend. The former Deputy Governor of Rivers State explained that the decision to organize the outreach followed a town hall meeting with stakeholders where concerns were raised about the community's poor health awareness, despite being host to oil and gas exploration activities. She advised young girls to stay away from illegal drugs, stressing that substance abuse negatively affects their social lives and worsens the health outcomes that medical practitioners are working hard to improve.
Stakeholders, they let me know that there are a lot of issues that require health awareness. Bonny is an island where oil and gas exploration and exportation is going on. So they made me understand that in the midst of so many things happening, there was very poor health awareness, which results in a number of poor health indices. So that got me thinking, and I sought collaboration with these experts. They have come here with their doctors, their surgeons, their laboratory technicians, the whole array of medical services for our people, and it's all free of charge.
Also speaking, the Chief Medical Director of the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, Dr. Henry Oboma, represented by the Chairman Medical Advisory Committee, Dr. Datonye Alasia, commended the impressive turnout of residents at the outreach.
We are a federal institution and do our best to work with everyone who has a stake in health within the state. So if you recall, last week we were in Egema local government, and today we are now in Bonny local government for another medical outreach with a very wide scope that covers surgeries for eye. So some people are already having cataract surgeries. General surgeries are also ongoing, and then we also have dental care and all forms of general medical care for adults, women and children. One of the emphasis of this outreach is the issue of mental health and issue of drug use, which the senator is passionate about. We are also going to be providing education, counseling and support around mental health issues in addition to other health education. So we are happy.
Today FM reports that Senator Banigo partnered with medical experts from UPTH to deliver a range of medical services, including free eye surgeries and glasses, free general consultation, free vital signs check, and free distribution of medications, amongst other medical services to residents of Bonny local government area. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. We'll be right back after this short break.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying with us. Now the rest of the news. Former Nigerian head of state General Yakubu Gowon and President Bola Tinubu today took part in the ceremonial signing of a commemorative card marking the 50th anniversary of the Economic Community of West African State ECOWAS. The event was held in the conference chamber of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, where the original ECOWAS treaty was signed in 1975. General Gowon, the only surviving leader among the original signatories of the treaty that established the ECOWAS, was specially honored for his pioneering role in promoting regional integration. Also in attendance were the presidents of Liberia, Joseph Boakai, Togo, Faure Eyadema, and Guinea-Bissau, Umaru Mbalo, who jointly issued a declaration reaffirming their commitment to the founding ideals and aspirations of ECOWAS. Presidents of other member states were represented at the event, with the exception of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, which have withdrawn from the regional bloc due to political disagreement. The Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, has yet to unseal the national headquarters of the People's Democratic Party 48 hours after President Bola Tinubu ordered the reopening. Staff members and private security personnel were seen loitering around the premises, unable to gain access to the building. On Monday, the FCTA task force sealed several properties, including the PDP National Secretariat located in Wuse Zone 5, Abuja, over unpaid ground rent. In response to the action, PDP acting National Chairman Umaru Damagum, during a National Caucus meeting in Abuja the same day, condemned the move as an act of irresponsibility by the federal government. Meanwhile, Senior Special Assistant on Public Communication and Social Media to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, Lere Olayinka, defended the operation, stating it was legally justified and not politically motivated. However, President on Monday ordered that the PDP National Secretariat and other affected properties be reopened and given a 14-day grace period to clear outstanding dues. On the foreign scene, Joel Leskwanek, the former surgeon who has admitted sexually abusing hundreds of patients, mostly children, between 1989 and 2014, has been sentenced to a maximum term of 20 years in jail. Leskoanek was dressed in black as he stood emotionless in court listening to Judge Aude Buresi deliver the verdict. He had admitted the charges in March. Judge Buresi said the court had taken into account the fact that the former surgeon had especially sought out unwell, vulnerable, and sedated victims. The sentence has a mandatory minimum terms of 2/3, and because Leskoanek has already served 7 years, he may be eligible for parole by 2013. Elsewhere, a former college principal in the eastern Indian state of Odisha has been sentenced to life in prison for sending a parcel bomb that killed a newlywed man and his great-aunt in 2018. A court found 56-year-old Punjilal Meha guilty of murder, attempted murder, and use of explosives in what became known as the wedding bomb case that stunned India. The bomb, disguised as a wedding gift, was delivered to the home of Soumya Sahu, a 26-year-old software engineer, just days after his wedding. When the couple opened the package, it exploded, killing Sahu and his great-aunt, and leaving his wife, Rima, who opened the package, critically wounded. While acknowledging the prosecution's argument that it was a heinous crime, the court declined to classify it as a rarest or the rare case deserving the death penalty. To end the news, as a summary of the major stories. We told you that Rivers State emergency budget of 1.48 trillion naira has killed second reading at the Senate. APC in Rivers State has endorsed President Bola Tinubu for the 2027 presidential race. You heard that ECOWAS has celebrated its 50th anniversary. On the foreign scene, we told you that the French court has sentenced a pedophile surgeon to 20 years in jail for abusing hundreds of patients. Ifunanya Obeme Ndukwe, editor of the news. For comment and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on todayfmlive.com. Good evening. I am Lucky Maxwell.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Unleash the power of the airwaves with the ultimate radio experience. Tune in to Today95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Don't just listen, immerse yourself.
That is 100% true.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart. And that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
Want to know what's happening? Get latest information in sports, politics, lifestyle, you name it. The frequency of choice. Today 95.1 FM. Today 95.1 FM. We serve you the latest updates on everything. Today 95.1 FM. We are the voice of the people.
Turn the dial and turn up the thrill. We are not in the same league. We are rewriting the rules. Here on Today 95.1 FM.
We talk, you listen.
mana nke na-akpa onye adaba ibi ya nọ. Mana ibe dị onye mkpata ọ na-ekwu ị na-agwaghị ife ọzọ ma ya nọ na ya. N'ibe mmadụ nwere n'ụwa afọ n'ike nke aka ya mana ka akara nwaanyị nọ ka ọ na-atụkwasị di ya maka na o nwere onye ga-emesi ife dịrị ya n'ụwa. Uche Gwapa onye ọbụla nya nke ya nọ. Mana uche bụ onye a na-ezusi ya nke na-agba onye
Rona, who sang the song?
Oliver the Cook.
Because I told you.
Oliver the Cook. Who doesn't know Oliver the Cook?
Oliver the Cook.
The cook now. Okay, Oliver the chef. Oliver the chef.
Oliver the Cook.
I'm right now. Why do you always do this thing? Every time. Before that was in your mind, you'll be trolling me. I'm right now.
You are the one who said Oliver the Cook now.
Okay, what's his name? Tell me now.
It's Oliver.
It's Oliver
the Cook.
It's Oliver the what now?
The Cook.
But that's What's the name now? Okay, if I'm wrong, tell me the name. What's the name of the man? Oliver the what?
It's Oliver the Cook.
The Cook?
Yes.
Oh.
Some people used to call it Oliver the Cook.
Oh, it's Cook? I thought it's Cook.
I think that word is a French word.
Oh.
That's the cook or coque.
Okay.
Whichever you want to call it.
Oh, right.
Where you call it?
If not exam, I don't play that one.
Hey, for Kuku call Oliver the chef.
No. So far, Oliver the inside.
Oh, Naim.
Naim now.
Okay. Now, you know how to bake gari very well, right?
To make you gari?
Yes, to bake gari. Yes, ever.
Yeah.
You know how to bake gari?
Yeah.
You know how to bake different types of gari? You know there are styles used in baking different types of gari.
But eventually it will still be ever now.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, there's a way you bake gari, as in ever. And
so we know lumps.
You have lumps. There's a way you bake it, it will be
so
slimy. There's a way you also bake it, it will coagulate too much. It will be like rubber.
Yeah.
So somebody won't be able to eat it.
Yeah. Well, is there a standard way to do it? I mean, anyhow I do it, provided it comes that way for me to eat too. But I know that there are two patterns I used to do. Sometimes you pour the water into the bowl and then you start pouring the gari round. Then after pouring it, then you now pour hot water again and cover it. Allow it to steam a bit, then you turn it. While there's another pattern where you pour, as you're pouring the water, you're pouring the gari. So you're stirring it like you're doing semo or you're doing starch, and at the end you don't need to cover it, you just do it and make it stay there.
But you have to be careful with the kind of water you're using.
You measure now.
No, not. I mean the when the water boils too much. When the water is too hot.
Yeah.
Depending on the kind of gari.
Gari too. Sometimes
you know what I'm asking this thing. I ate gari eba just now in a restaurant, and I didn't like the way the girl bakes the gari. I didn't like it.
How was the texture?
It was too soft and slimy, and it was just rubbish. Man, I didn't enjoy it.
So how do you like your eba? Hard?
Not too hard, not too soft.
In between.
In between. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. There are some eba, there are some gari. While you're baking it, after pouring the hot water, you have to pour small. If the water is too hot, mix it up with small cold water before you bake. And you have to watch you have to be careful with the quantity of water you're using. And the gari you're also baking, so it doesn't have lumps or becomes too hard. There's a technique, yes, or too soft. So you have to be very careful. Firstly, you have to study the gari.
When you're stirring,
when you're stirring, you know how to stir.
So everything will just blend.
But TikTok girls don't know how to bake gari. Some of them.
TikTok girls have carried straight bullets.
But it's true now. She's one of those TikTok. I told her now. I said, "Come on, gari, you know if you bake." Which kind of thing be this one now?
Maybe she can make other swallow now.
Which other swallow? Gari is the commonest this thing now. Is this our bitter and cold that you want to go and...
But gari is not my favorite swallow, Sha.
Which one is your favorite
swallow? It's not my go-to, fufu.
Now you're talking, you're Nigerian now. Gari, fufu, these are the main thing now. But fufu, you have to be careful these days because... this public...
Some people don't process it well.
That is it.
Some people make it and it stinks. Some people make it and it has some kind of...
You understand? Some use detergent. But you've not heard of that one? To process it. Yes, to process the fufu now.
Hey.
Oh, you don't know? You didn't know?
I don't know.
Be careful the kind of fufu you eat. It's better you eat the one coming from the village directly. Yeah. Like they did it from the village and then you buy from there. All these other people who, even the ones who do in the village, be careful the kind of person you buy from. That's another thing.
You have to be sure that this one does her business, so she's not trying to.
She's not, even if it's her business, she's not also adding whatever
extra stuff.
Now, do you know that even in restaurants, for people who bake, who cook, who sell, when they are baking gari, eba. Do you know they used to? There's some. I won't call it on radio.
They add something to the gari too,
so it can swell.
Hey.
After pouring the water, they'll add something. So the guy can swell.
So that they can sell more.
Well, you don't know.
That's why I'm buying food outside then. Sometimes you just, when you think about it then, unless you're very hungry. So sometimes, even those places you trust.
So sometimes if you don't have, you're tired, you can't cook. What you do is buy soup, bake your gari. That's what I do.
that works.
I'll buy soup, then I'll bake my gari. There's a way I want my gari to be. So that's why I can't just eat anyhow ever.
Yeah.
There's a way I bake it. You know, you will enjoy it. But man, I was so angry. You think, no, you eat something, you are not feeling it. I'm an African now, no, they pretend. I know I don't like.
Maybe if you had used cutlery, it would have entered. You had used your fork and your knife, maybe it would have entered your body.
I beg.
Maybe
Don't
that
go there.
cup of gari she made was
that
for,
direct, who?
You know, for dissecting.
Funny enough, it won't even go through. The whole thing was just yaga. You know, there was no head, there was no tail. The eba did not coagulate properly. Man, I don't even understand how to describe.
And the soup too, sha. Some soup that you eat, it's gari, doesn't enter well for me.
That's what I'm saying. Now. It depends on the cook now. It depends on who is cooking the soup. You understand? Is it ogbono? Is it okra? Is it melon, aka gusi? Is it native? Is it banga soup? It depends on the kind of. Is it afang? Somebody will cook afang and then, man, when you taste it, this one it be like saying, there's no fang.
It be like akpan.
So you know, I usually tell people, especially the females, you need to learn these things. So it's very important because I mind what I eat. Like, man, I mind what I don't just eat any. If I get into a restaurant, you know, firstly, hygiene is very important to me.
Very important.
Once you serve the food, I will know if that food is good or not. Once I see the face of the food.
Yeah.
That's me. Other people might not. But once I see the face of the food,
you know.
I'll know if this food will be tasty or not. Yes. And then some people just have food like the food is nothing to write home about. You're eating, you're not feeling it.
Vegetable one side, oil one side, water one side.
Do you understand? The palm oil is not well cooked.
Yeah.
Especially when you're cooking afan soup and you don't cook the palm oil well. Do you know also you need to also be careful the kind of palm oil you use in cooking?
That's true. In fact, all of the ingredients you use to make a good meal,
you
have
need
to be careful about them individually, separately.
The water leaf, you need to be careful. It should be fresh, not an
because
old
some
one.
oil you used to cook tastes like
what are you not saying?
Bad.
No matter how you fry it,
no matter how you put a lot of things in that soup, the taste of the soup will still be bad because the oil is bad. Some persons don't mind using some oil that I don't even know whether they mix it with.
Have you eaten some okra soup before cooked by someone and the oil is just on top like this?
And oil is floating, okra is underneath, water is
in between. It's like you want to do fractional distillation.
You really want to stir the thing now with your eba so that it will come together.
As in, you understand what I'm saying. So I think if you want to run a restaurant, don't just say I know how to cook. I know how to cook. Learn it locally. Be sure you know how to, there are small techniques here and there. How you handle your palm oil, even your pepper. You understand? You put pepper and then the pepper is over, or salt is over. I mean, what are you talking about?
And when you're cooking, you're not cooking for just yourself. If you know you want to cook to sell, make sure that you're cooking the standard
even if
that
you're
everyone
cooking at
can
home
eat.
For your husband and for your children, cook well. Cook well. You buy assorted. Have you eaten in a restaurant? You ate assorted and you eat sand.
Very common. That's why sometimes I don't like to buy
it's
those
very common.
assorted
You've noticed.
Yes,
you know why?
Restaurant.
Do you know why it's like that?
They don't wash it well now.
Exactly.
And they don't care to wash it well because
they don't care.
So much things to do. So let's just
sharp. Or you eat vegetable soup and there's sand inside.
I've experienced that one too. So I deliberately don't even buy those assorted because I'm not sure if they even put their hands into those things and wash it very well.
Auntie, if you're buying assorted, minimum number of times you should wash assorted is 7 times. If you're buying what do you call it, cow head. Cow head also houses a lot of sand.
Yeah.
You need to wash it
in
thoroughly.
In between,
parts. You need to.
Put your hands and scrub this.
You need to be thorough.
But no.
Don't just carry the thing, put vam. You didn't even cook it well. I'm eating cow head. It's like I'm eating okute stone. Today we are talking about meals. What's on your mind when it concerns meals? Good meal, bad meals.
Have you eaten any meal that you just say, I regret this money I used, I wasted
or your wife has given you, food before and it did not enter. Your belly just full. But you know, there's a difference between I am filled and I am satisfied. These are two different things. You can eat a particular meal. Yes, everything, fish, big this, everything, But you know, I ate in someone's house and, man, they no cook meat well. Meat no done inside. Oh, you've never eaten something like that? The meat is huge, but you know done inside.
Some persons tell you they like the meat to still be hard. Even
meat hard, okay.
So that when you keep warming the food, it will not just become soft like clothes.
No, we are not saying the thing should be fele now.
Overdone.
That's not what we're saying. Meat need to done. Good evening.
Hello, Master.
I greet you. Welcome.
My prophetess, they talk.
Prophetess, go ahead.
When will you get married now? When you study all this, which one your wife will come to? You can just do me like I say, Marco. Let you study all this. Master, nice part to it. No woman will feel bitter. So I don't know how the wife is going to cope when he marries. So try and marry. Max this year before December.
All right, join us on the conversation. We're talking about meals. African meals. So,
before you say bolognese pasta,
leave your bolognese at the airport.
African food.
Yes, leave your bolognese pasta at the airport. When you're done, you can go back and carry your bolognese pasta.
For now, no how to cook our local meals, our soups, stew.
How do you chew a particular meat and the thing no done?
Yeah, chewing.
No,
so
I dropped it.
You have to drink water to just push it down.
I dropped it. Big fish, big meat, but the thing no follow.
Last week, was it last week? Within this week, I bought Ofada stew and Ofada rice in one restaurant. I'm not even going to mention the name because they are quite fancy. And I said, take away pack. I wanted to get home and eat it very well.
Sorry, let's take this.
All right.
Good evening.
Hello, Kelly.
Maxwell and Rona.
Maxwell, well done.
Go ahead, sir.
Very well. I like your story. Actually, me, I'm a Crossivarian. I'm from Calabar. I don't eat outside. I've seen a lot of people, restaurants here. That thing they call assorted. The towel itself, you go to a restaurant and eat. That side that looks like towel, the thing is green. It's green. They need to use hot water. Peel that greenish off. The whole thing will turn white. That's when you enjoy your meal. So, my brother, I don't eat outside. I'm married. I cook. My wife cooks.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. So you were saying
that's
something.
Good. So I wanted to get home so that I would settle down and eat this Ofada rice. And
you want to settle down?
Yes, like sit well. I went home now. They packed it, they microwaved it. And when I got to the house, I mixed the rice and this. When I first tasted this Ofada sauce, I was like, is it that these tomatoes did not cook the tomatoes, or is those bad tomatoes, those rotten ones, they just grinded together?
We have ngwangwa.
I started picturing, maybe now they make this sauce, but I was hungry. I ate it. I will not lie. I ate it, but I knew that I was not satisfied. But I was full. But my stomach was full. But I was not satisfied. So these are some of the things that you buy outside, and you'll be wondering, like, how did they make this thing?
And it's quite a big restaurant, right?
Yes, now, and it's expensive for the pack. It's not like they will put a lot of things inside, though. But they'll tell you the amount for this, and okay, let me just buy and go and eat, and I could not have a proper meal for that amount. It's bad, though. Very terrible.
Sometimes the local people cook more than them.
That's true. Sometimes those local people take their time to cook the meal well than those fancy places, because they feel they are fancy enough, so you might not really care when you just come into the place and see that the ambience, the lighting, the chairs, you just
now light will go chop. Now food I want chop, not be light.
You just assume that they are good, and then they will be so dressed in this cap and everything. Say, okay.
You know the funniest part? You get to a restaurant and then they'll bring water and then wait for 20 minutes before they bring food. I say, come on, I can't wash hand here. Give me food. I want to eat.
Now watch TV.
You brought water. I'm hungry. That's the reason why you brought washing hand basin with water. I should wash my hand and wait. Then you now bring the food 20 minutes later. Yeah. Person where they're hungry don't die. They don't bury and go now. Good evening.
My friend.
Go ahead, sir. My brother, life is one. We enjoy it.
Don't be small. Mass, you will cause problem among women, I tell you. You will cause problem among...
but these things are important. You know, our mothers knew how to cook very well. Am I lying?
Oh,
Oh my God, I love this program, honestly. Man, there is a place we usually eat in Bayelsa, Ox Lake. Sorry, a plate of food there, 5,000, 7,000. Well, my brother, you will sit down very well. When you come back from work, you just sit down, relax. Open your legs well. Spread it. You are not dragging any space with anybody. So you open your legs very well because you want something to enter the body. You understand? We prepare for it. Throughout the time of work, we might not take anything, just preparing oneself so that when we get there, you eat well. And when you eat well, your body will pray for you. Your body will work well for you. All the children, mother is there in that food, in that soup. Father is there, grandfather, grandparents, children, grandchildren, they are all there. By the time you start picking them one, you will not even take the swallow again. All the things in the soup have already filled the belly. So good food is really good. Thank you, Marcel.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ugo. Do you know that periwinkle needs to be properly washed?
That's another
That's
thing.
Even the one you have.
Those ones that they don't even, the ones they don't remove. I had a hard time trying, adapting and adjusting to eating those things inside afang soup. Because when you are sucking them, you are sucking other things. Liquids that you don't even know
where it's from.
Even the ones they remove, some of them don't even remove that shaft they're supposed to take out. They'll just, God, that big.
So if you don't wash, even if you buy periwinkle, the one they have removed from the market, wash it properly.
Wash it very well, oh.
Wash it
once, twice, again.
You know another one? Bomo. You need to wash bomo properly before you use it to cook. Else, your meal will be scatter.
Even stockfish.
Stockfish
is to have some dried worms inside. If you don't wash with
if you don't wash with hot water.
I just rinse and put inside your soup. Okay, now.
Sorry, now your name. It's better for you to buy red oil from people. They used to mix red oil. There are people who mix. I discovered it way back.
Yeah.
They mix red oil and sell. It's different from the one that came directly, and that one is a little bit more, not too expensive, but a little further in terms of price.
And sometimes this color, can you even know from the color?
No, I will show you. Okay. You will know. Me, I know. Yeah. If I see original oil, I know. If I see the one that is mixed. I know. Even inside the bottle, I'll tell you this one is mixed. You get it. So using that kind of oil now, you want to cook afang soup. You won't get what you need.
The taste won't come
yes,
together.
You will not get what you want. Now, if you're also cooking afang, you need to also marinate your nkwonkwo na nkwonkwo. Let me use that local. That's your meat, fish, periwinkle, pomo. You need to marinate it well, else you will not feel the soup. What you're using is water leaf and vegetable.
Yeah.
Now, the water leaf and vegetable depends on the sauce from your meat, fish, and co.
That will give you the taste.
That will give you the taste. Else, the vegetable and water leaf will look like something you just caught and you started chewing it like an animal. So
like
exactly. So your sauce is very important. Meat, fish, everything that you're using, you have to, you steam first now before you even pour water. You steam so that everything, and then you have fresh pepper. Use that.
Things too.
Oh boy.
There's one too that I want to talk about. Why do they minimize salad cream when you are buying?
That's a discuss for another day. Why would they not mean salad the cream is expensive?
So you will not put one drop on all these veggies. Am I a goat?
0810-951-951 0817-0000-951. We're talking about meals. Have you had a bad one or a good one in your life? How did you feel? You felt satisfied, or you felt like this one no follow? Back to what's on my mind. Dangote should stop this kobo reduction in fuel price, especially now that there is consistent drop in global oil price. It's usually said that global market price determines local price. So why has local price not dropped below 500 naira since there is drastic drop in global price? Because it's about drop in price. Everybody's silent. But if it were to be increase in price, oil marketers will swiftly adjust their pump price. Mr. Lucky, thank you. My brother, now federal government, they determine price. They are the ones who tell Dangote what to do and what not to do. Okay. Okay, he says, oh, Max, leave that music now. I'm simply relaxing well with that Oliver the Cook.
My fellow.
The young Elijah, thank you. I've seen your message. Thank you. Have you eaten any good food? Any bad one? What was the experience like? Good evening. Oh. So sorry. Please call back if you can. 0817 000951. We have few minutes to go on this particular conversation. Good meal. Have you eaten any? Bad meal. Have you eaten any? How did you feel? What did you do? Did you pay for the food?
Yeah, you must pay now. You pay and be grumbling.
But you know it's bad.
Well,
In Nigeria, once you have bought it, you must pay.
You must pay as long as you have eaten it. Even if you just one spoon you put in your mouth, as long as you've tasted the food, they'll tell you to pay for it.
You see? But it's bad. How can I pay for something I did not enjoy? Some people use soured meat to cook. They kept the meat in the fridge. There was no light.
It got bad.
They used it soup to cook. And once you taste it, you know. You can't hide it now. No matter how you marinate that kind of meat.
Yeah, no matter the
ingredients you put,
the Maggi and everything you
yes, good evening.
Hello, Max.
Go ahead, sir.
Good evening.
Yes,
we have not talked about this point and kill. Okay, I went to somewhere in a park. I'm a Calabari man, full-grown Calabari man. So when I saw them preparing that point and kill, I feel so bad. They just wash it with ordinary water, turn it inside the pot. The next thing what I saw, they begin to pour pepper, onion, scent leaf. People are waiting to eat that kind of food. If you go to where they are training that point and kill, brother, you wash it properly, salt first, before you boil hot water. To wash it. After washing it, you wash it again before you prepare to steam that fish with pepper, onion, Maggi. Then you begin to prepare the fish. After cooking, you will enjoy a good meal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, young Elijah says, Max, I hardly eat outside because I don't enjoy it, but if I'm not home, I manage what I see. Max, I got jackpot and asked where I can eat good food. I was directed to one local place. Oh man, the woman's a big cook. She spent real money to cook food for public, but the food is very expensive. You must have money to eat it. I met some government top officials there eating good food. I no go lie to you, the food emptied the small change in my pocket. Michael, you don't know that those guys like good thing, but they don't want to do it in our country. They like good thing, yes. Yes, you know, to prepare good meal now in Nigeria is money. That does not mean you cannot cook rubbish, even with all the ingredients you've bought.
Yeah.
You can still cook rubbish. If you know sabi cook, you know sabi cook. You can cook a meal, a small pot of soup for 10,000. You can cook another for 50,000. Nasty soup. There's this one you can cook for 100,000. It depends on your level. But even if they give you 200,000 to cook a pot of soup and you don't know how to cook, you still cook rubbish.
With all the expensive and complete
exactly,
ingredients, you
still
make
cook
a mess.
Rubbish. We'll go for a short break. We'll be right back
for Area Talk.
Stay with us.
Today's news in 60.
The federal government has inaugurated a presidential committee to oversee the coordinated implementation of Nigeria's digital public infrastructure and is expected to align the efforts of federal ministries and agencies to establish a unified digital backbone that supports public service delivery, economic inclusion, and data-driven governance. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has signed a memorandum of understanding with IHS Nigeria to formalize their collaboration, aiming to address the persistent challenges of theft, sabotage, and vandalism affecting tower sites, fiber optic cables, and other telecommunications assets. In a move aimed at boosting transparency and accountability, Nigeria Telecoms regulator has introduced new rules requiring operators to notify consumers of major network outages and compensate users when service disruptions exceed 24 hours. Meanwhile, data from the Nigerian Communications Commission has disclosed that Nigeria's telecommunications sector is grappling with a complex landscape as internet penetration reached 48.15% in April 2025, up slightly from 47.73% in March. And on the foreign scene, billionaire Elon Musk's commercial spaceflight company SpaceX has lost control of its 9th Starship test flight 30 minutes after the uncrewed rocket vehicle was launched into space from Texas in the United States.
Today's news in 60.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information.
Today is business. Today is a new trend for your businesses. We give you all the information you need to grow your business, new ideas and innovations that keep you earning more and staying relevant.
Every day we engage in business, buying and selling, trading and exchanging of services as individuals or as a country. Money goes round, it goes up and down. But have you ever wondered what business is all about? And have you ever wondered how you can stand out in your business?
Today FM has got you covered every Wednesday between the hours of 1 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Learn all you need from professionals on how the country runs its business affairs and how you can be an outstanding entrepreneur and grow your business.
Business Today.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for joining us on the show. My name is Lucky Maxwell.
My name is Rona Abara.
Now let's do area talk, where we take a look at local, national, international issues that will benefit our people. We talk for development. We share ideas. We tell government what they ought to do. We tell the society what they need to do, all in a bid to ensure that our institutions are strengthened, our society is better. That's the reason why we talk. It's not because we don't have any other thing to do. We talk so we can have a better society. I've always said it. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Take it to the bank. No leadership, no society. God is the overall leader. And God instituted government for purpose of what? Administration of resources. So, if we take an excerpt from the Holy Book, where the first family, Adam and Eve, God gave them the garden. He said, tend to it, manage it. Manage it. I have put everything in place. Your job is to manage it. So you need to have something upstairs for you to be able to manage what I've given to you. When God gives you gifts, it is your responsibility to manage it. If you fail to manage it, then don't blame God. You must be a very stupid person not to manage what God has given to you. The resources of the world, most of them are domiciled in Africa. The bottom pot is in Nigeria. You ask yourself, why are Nigerians wallowing in poverty? Why should a Nigerian think of going abroad to go and work to make ends meet? Security, that's what everybody's looking for. Educational security, financial security, social security. As you are growing up, you're thinking about tomorrow. What will become of me tomorrow? What will become of my children tomorrow? So anywhere you see opportunity, you want to branch into. Simple and straight. No big grammar. You see people post online, oh, people who are abroad are suffering. They are this, they are that. But people are still going. People are suffering and people are still going. People who traveled abroad, they are suffering. Whereas more people are going. Why are more people going abroad? What are they looking for? In a place where there's no resources. What kind of resources do they have in UK? Where most of their reason comes from tax. What kind of resources? Yes, they have oil in US, California. But do they have the kind of resources that Africa has? No, they don't. Most of the raw materials are sourced from Africa. Go and read about it. I was going through an article, several articles yesterday. I will share my thoughts on different countries. There are countries in Africa right now, where, like DRC, the war in DRC, and I'll relate it to some of the things happening in our country, Nigeria. Why is it that there's so much interest in a specific area? You hear the DRC, you hear North Kivu province, North Kivu province, the North. In a particular place, go and check what is domiciled in that area. Anywhere you see treasure, you see conflict. Why is there so much interest in River State? Why? Every president is interested in River State. So the Rivers people must understand. I'll share that when I'm done with. There's a way I want to package it. I was going through those articles written by, national, international authors on some of these key places in Africa and why you have so much conflict in those areas. And Africans don't understand. Africans don't understand this, and I don't know. One of these days, I'll share with you why we think the way we think. It's going to burst your bubble. Why is it that the average, you hear someone will say, black, they attribute anything evil to black. Why? Why do they attribute evil to black? Today is a black day because people died. It's a black day. Why? Why must it be a black day? Why won't it be a white day? Let's leave that. I'm not done with that one. But let's come back to... So, leadership is very important for any nation, any state, any province, any county, any local government to move forward. We have not had that kind of leadership in Nigeria. What we have are just businessmen, business merchants, who masquerade as political leaders. Every coalition they are doing, every merger they are doing is to get into that system and collect their own share. Everybody is settling themselves. There's nothing anybody wants to tell me. Why would China introduce AI into their primary education? Why? It is a national policy. It's not a private policy. In Nigeria, we don't produce. We import virtually everything. Have you asked yourself why? Why would a Nigerian leader be satisfied when we import virtually all we consume? And then you just wake up in the morning and then you float the naira. Why would a leader be satisfied that you import virtually everything you consume? No good leader will be satisfied. The people who are even managing on their own to produce one or two things, you use your laws and policies to shut them down instead of encouraging them. Manufacturing, the private sector cannot do well in any nation without the support of government. I repeat, the private sector in any nation cannot do well without the support of government, because it's the government that maps out the roadmap. It is the government that has the vision. The private sector are the technocrats who know how to put sodium and chloride to form sodium chloride, which is salt. They are the ones who know how to put H2SO4, react with another chemical to give you salt and water. You know, in those days you did acid and base and coal, fractional distillation, normal distillation. They are the technocrats. They know how to add this and this to produce this. But they cannot actualize that because their product cannot be, exported if there's no clear roadmap by the government itself. That's why the governor of every state is the brand of that state. Any governor that comes in and the first thing he wants to do is to declare road, do port, which does, I'm not saying those things are not good, but if his concentration is on inauguration of road, and then revitalized hospital, which should just even be done without so much noise, that governor is a failure, irrespective of the state, including my own state. Any governor who comes on board and what he wants to do is to inaugurate road, do pipe-borne water only, is a failure already. The economy should be his first priority. Economy and health of the people, because it is the people who are healthy that will produce. So a governor comes on board and the next thing he does is just inaugurate road, do this one, and then people are opening your teeth and you are dancing and beating drum. Now road on a go chop. I'm gonna go chop the bridge now. Hungry catch on a nabi. I'm go chop bridge. People were doing flyover 1, flyover 2, flyover 3, flyover 4, flyover 5. Go and chop the bridge now. I said it on my show the other day. If it was possible for our boys to cut the bridge in pieces and sell, they would have done it. Look at now, all the barbed wires, they are selling it now because they are hungry. So how do you mop the youth off the street? I was going through something, I saw it on an international TV, and I was like, how are our leaders, how are they reasoning? How are our own leaders reasoning? How are foreign leaders reasoning? Like, those guys, how do they reason? It might beat your imagination that this UK that all of you are running to, the UK government is investing about £3 billion. What did I say? £3 billion. In what? In apprenticeship. Between now and 2026. That's the UK that you're running to. They are going to invest £3 billion to create 120,000 new training opportunities in sectors like construction, healthcare, apprenticeship. That's what they want to invest in. In the Nigerian space, apprenticeship is done most times by individuals. In the eastern part of Nigeria, there's what they call Imuafia, to go and learn how to sell. So a child who is 7, 10 leaves his parents, and then they will attach him to an oga that does import and export, sells this and sells that. manufacture this, manufacture that. Maybe he's into shoes, clothing. The boy will leave his parents and go and do imoafia with that oga, apprenticeship. He will stay there for 15 years, 20 years, 10, 17 years, as the case may be. At the end of the day, he will be settled. They will settle the boy. And then he will now start his own. You did an entrepreneurship in school?
Did I? Apart from the general thing they call entrepreneurship course in 200 level that everyone does, then youth service thing now, there's a thing they call skill acquisition stuff they do for like
skill you up to?
that they do for 3 weeks, and they
just 3 weeks.
They just assume that okay, they've given you've learned a skill that will help your life going forward. But aside that, I don't think they're like very serious, properly taught apprenticeship programs, or there are programs where you can go learn a skill that we know, in Nigeria, this is something, if you want to learn this, you can just go learn this skill in this place and this place. Because
when
some
you're
of these,
done with primary and secondary
yes,
school.
because some of these apprenticeship programs that the government or that we hear of programs going on in Nigeria, you have to register. Sometimes the processes to even get into those programs, you'll be wondering that if you had that much money, would you not rather just go learn the skill by yourself and do the agreement somewhere else? If these programs that they claim to be for the youth, to empower the youth, are this expensive and this inaccessible, and the processes is so much, and sometimes it's as if there are selected few that are allowed to do these programs. So you'll be thinking it's better you just save money for yourself so you can go and learn these skills elsewhere. Because aside formal education, skill acquisition is one thing that is very handy anytime, any day, and whatever skill you learn is something that you'd live with for the rest of your life. Because a lot of persons, after they graduate, when they start realizing that, I should have learned a skill, or I should have learned something handy aside my certificate. Because you graduate and then you realize that, this labor market thing, even with my certificate, I'm not even seeing opportunities, job opportunities, or where to work. And then you fall back to, I did not learn a skill. And then you decide to want to learn a skill, and you're hearing that, to register for this program, you have to pay this, you have to pay that. So now that it's early, if you know that you've not even gotten to that point where you are done and you're now thinking of what to do with your life, now is the time to register for such skills. And don't wait for the government to make openings available for you to learn skill or apprenticeship available for you. If you know that there's a way you can do it from those other people, like those people they call masters or oga or madam, just try and get into one of those. There are a lot of skills that will help you financially in this economy, and you are building yourself. Don't wait for the government or a country to build you. You can build yourself. Self-development as a youth, because whatever you learn today is what you use to make your life better, and in turn you're making the society better for each of us.
Rona, let me shock you. In the UK that we're all running to, they have segments when it comes to their education. You must get to the age of 4 before you start schooling. I told you yesterday.
Yeah.
It's not here that a child is not even talking. The child is doing baba, baba. They don't push him. You must go school. They wear uniform. They work out with sleep for morning. They push and go school. Bobby, you must go to school. Bobby is just doing baba, baba. Bobby has not started saying daddy, daddy or mommy. Bobby must go to school.
Yeah.
Over there, you do homeschooling. The child gets to 4. They have what they call KS1 for ages 5 to 7, KS2 for ages 7 to 11. Primary school is gone. You now start secondary school. When you are done with secondary school at age 16, 17, as the case may be, if you want to go to the university, no problem. If you want to do apprenticeship, this is where it comes in. So at that teenage age, you now choose whether you want to go to school. And the apprenticeship in those areas in UK, from the one, what they want to do now is they have discovered that there's a gap. Those who are skilled, you have older people. So they want to bring in young, fresh blood into the system. They are investing £3 billion. £3 billion. Now, they are going to create about 120,000 new training opportunities. And particularly for young people to to gain skills. Some will go into automobile. Some will go into IT. Now, you are done with the normal nursery and primary secondary school, and you don't want to go to the university.
Yeah.
Or maybe later you want to go to the university. But for now, you want to learn a skill. You want to go into the labor market. And guess what? When they place you on a particular skill, if your skill now, the one you want to learn, is to fix this console, while you're working, they'll be paying you. Now, this is a national program. It's not even the one you are talking about, where parents send their kids. This one is a national, is a government-owned program. It is a government-owned program. The question I'm asking is, apart from, GTC is gone, Craft Center is gone, apart from the normal, NDDC, they want to do skill acquisition. They bring 100 people. And you don't even know how they chose them. In all the Niger Delta states, they will not bring 100 people.
That's the thing.
This one will go and do painting.
One will do tailoring. Machine. They will settle you with one machine.
With one sewing machine. That's not the apprenticeship they are doing in the UK. Some, like I said, some will go into automobile. If you want automobile, they will send you to an automobile company, as in company where they produce motor. That's where you go and do your apprenticeship. It's not roadside mechanic. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They will send you to a car assembling plant, an assembling plant, or they have different sections. You can now go there and choose. You can start from this, graduate to another one, and they have certification. Do you understand?
Yeah.
They have what? Certification. If you want to go into plumbing, you go to a company that does that. It's not the roadside arrangement.
Those ones, it's funded by the government.
That's what I'm saying. That's
those
what
programs
the UK. That's why.
Specifically for these purposes. Do we have that going on here?
And that's what I'm saying.
We
now.
have names of some.
The NDDC sometimes they'll come up, say they are training 100 people.
Yeah, sometimes and they recruit
then
sometimes
some NGOs will just train 20, 50
some NGOs
people.
just empower a few people, and then some personal business owners who just say they want to run skill acquisition training for.
Sometimes you also see government. I saw, is it Anambra State government? I saw somebody, one small camera lady. They say he's doing, what are they doing? Skill 2. There's one big name they called it. That's what the whole state government is doing. Then the boy was kind of once, if you see the camera, in his one small pancreas studio, he said government has trained him. I say, now wow, these people now wow, this is what government is training.
Not that is your personal thing that amounted to this one.
No, he has opened the studio, but you can see that it's mainly is this roadside arrangement. It's not a professional arrangement. If not, I was expecting that guy to have a standard studio
setup.
I know when I see a standard photography studio, I know the kind of cameras he should have. And this one where even get lens, the one where get extended lens. Now this small pancreas one, 5mm, where we go there the snap passport. Like these guys in Uniport.
Oh, not training now. It's better than none now. How bread is better than none?
Which one is that one? Do they need to train me? I can snap you now passport now.
You just need to learn
what? I know how to operate camera now.
Do you know that this actually now discouraging for people that want to get into such training programs?
I was watching it on television. They were interviewing the guy. The guy was saying, I said, Choi, it's like the government training apprenticeship.
Please,
if they tell you on that one person they have spent 500 million, you'll be shocked.
If you know that you've benefited from any government youth empowerment or apprenticeship program, before I bite my tongue, please call us and let us know. And if you know any that is functioning, not ones that we only watch on TV and then it's not accessible to everybody, we're only watching them and then you're wondering, how can I be a part of this thing? If you know any that is still running, please let us know, because some persons might be interested and some persons might want to empower themselves by the government. So Let us know if you know any training program that's going on, or if you've benefited from anyone.
Exactly. And also, why is it difficult for us as to have a national, a state, and look? You know, I was shocked when the local government chairman, even though they stayed there briefly, some of them they will say they want to do computer training. It's computer appreciation they will be doing. That's what your parents can pay for you to go and do. How can a whole local government, you say it's computer appreciation, that someone should go and learn in a Choba Junction? And then you now gather, you now take picture. Now give them dead desktop as a starter pack. I mean, is that an apprenticeship program? What the UK is doing is to ensure that their people have skills. For those who don't want to further their education, like probably after their secondary school education, going to, what you call it? Some of them might even do A-level first before they will go and do the apprenticeship program. They are going to get certified, and it's young people from age 16, 20, from age 16, 17, you can, you know, join it. And they are making it compulsory for their people. Why is it that we don't have a federal apprenticeship program? Now, even if we have such a program, where are they going to send the trainees? For instance, Innocent has an automobile industry. Am I correct? There's one in Lagos. If you say you are serious, how many people have you sent to that automobile plant? Is it in Newi or whether it is in Anambra? And the one in Lagos, for people to go and do apprenticeship there for 3 years, 4 years, and get certification. Some of them will be retained. Some of them will also start, you know, fixing vehicles on their own, but not the normal roadside. While they are doing the program, they are getting paid because they must eat, and they will pay transport fare for the training. So it's like a school. Instead of, you know, going to the 4 walls of the classroom, this is an informal arrangement, an informal and by extension a formal arrangement, because you get certification at the end of the day. So hands-on learning. I mean, you are on the job. You are learning on the job. Yes, a little bit of theory here and there in the classroom, but man, when you come to work, they say this is how we assemble. You are seeing it, you are experiencing it, you are there. It is sinking in you. For those who want to go to IT, they send them to IT companies, Google and Co., Microsoft. For those who want to go into fashion designing, you send them to big companies who are into fashion design. So you learn from the scratch. You get what I'm saying? Do we have such a program? Why is it that we don't have such a program? As a nation, if we want to take youth off the street. So the average youth who has left secondary school, instead of going to write jam and jam is jamming them up and down, this one says, I love to fix computers. So you send the person to that kind of environment while the government is paying you. You are learning, you are working, you are getting paid. When will that youth or teenager have the time to go and misbehave or to take drugs? When you are in a big environment.
When you're occupied.
When you are occupied. Imagine you being under the tutelage of Innocent Motors. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have your bag, you have your books, you go to, like you're going to school.
Yeah, going to learn. And you're seeing what you are learning.
And you are seeing it.
Seeing real life.
You are doing it. They are assembling the cars there now. It's not you shoot bird, mama fly. You are seeing it there. And you are getting paid at the end of the month.
Which is encouragement too for you to put your head in what you are doing. Because if you are learning a skill and then you don't have means to meet your bills or foot your bills and you are hungry, how would you even focus on what you are learning? So these things go side by side. They work side by side. If you have these skill acquisition programs going on and then you still have stipends or payment by the side, you'll be occupied. You will not even have the time as a young person to be philandering or getting into social vices or doing stuff that you're not supposed to do. to, that makes the society a hard place or a bad place to live in. These things are very important. I don't know. I don't know why it's not taken as a priority with our youths. Every day we keep hearing youth be a better person as a youth, contribute to your quota to society. But then there are no programs that would really aid these things they are saying. You are saying it and then you're not putting in the work, and you expect the youths of the nation to just automatically get something doing.
Now, Rona, let me shock you. Imagine someone who wants to do scaffolding, argon welding, and co., and they send you to LNG to go and learn it. I mean, the government partners. That's for those who want to go into oil and gas skills. The government, and government is the owner of the system.
Exactly.
So government says we are sending 1,000 people.
To you.
Some to LNG, some to Renaissance, some to Ajib and co and all that. You are going to learn different skills. While you are there, government is paying you. You enter their staff bus, you go to... That is your apprenticeship. So when you are done learning, the company can decide to retain you, or you look for a job elsewhere. You get globally acclaimed certification
that you did this.
Imagine LNG is the one who trained you
and
in so. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about I go learn how to repair phone for this thing, for Choba Junction. That's not what we're saying. Or for Garrison. Those guys are good. Please don't get me wrong. But we're looking at an organized system
of things.
We're looking at an organized system where you are getting trained by the company that produces so phone. They have maybe an assembling plant. That's why I said the import we do virtually for everything we consume is killing the nation. Because if you have these mobile phone guys, there are factories domiciled in Nigeria, and people say, this person say, I want to do software, phone software. You send the person to that company. The person is learning, is having his tutelage under that company. There's no way those guys will train you that they will let you go. No, it's not possible.
And there's no way they will train you that you will not be good, that you will not come out
they
and
will
know
retain you
and know what you are doing.
Because they know what they have invested in you. And it is government who sent you there. Well, feel free to join the conversation. 0810 9510 951. That's why I had to bring the example of UK. They are investing £3 billion in apprenticeship between now and 2026. They want to infuse fresh blood into the system. So different indigenes will apply, and of course they will be trained in different sectors: manufacturing, healthcare. So it's not everybody who will go to university to go and study medicine. There are courses that you can do, on apprenticeship level. Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mama.
You see, these things can be achievable if young brains like you are in authorities of trust. But as far as these Okongus are still resettling themselves in the corridors of power, just forget it. Let me shock you. I console myself when I am fed up with what is happening around me in this your country called Nigeria. There was a country. I go to China via my television, and I watch what they do there. There is a lake, Salt Lake. These scientists were always going there, morning, evening, doing a lot of studies. They came up with an idea of scraping the salt. They scraped the salt, packed them, or it started melting, and they started refilling the ground. They refilled and got, an arable land, and they started planting rice. See, that city, the city in China, that city produces 1/3 of Chinese rice. Don't we have areas where we can plant rice in this country? They don't have the people at heart. If you talk from now to tomorrow, they are tired. So what I want to do, 2027, I'm going to ask women to vote and youth to vote these people out. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Go ahead, good evening.
Good evening, Master.
Yes, welcome. Wellington.
Master, there's a language that made you use I like, but I can't speak it on air. So, the truth of the matter, Master, I always tell you one thing. You know, your kind of humanity is a different kind of humanity. People don't understand. There's people like God who knows what it takes to be the right society. You are investing so much, all of you, and everything, out of the abundance of you are releasing to the society to make sure the society gets better. But it's a different ball game in the leadership sector in this country or in the state. It takes a man who has the cause to do for his people. I always tell people, there's a difference between I want to live and having the mind to spend time, money, everything you have for your people. It's a different ball game. That is called sacrifice. These people are not ready to sacrifice. You're talking about apprenticeship. See, if you're talking about apprenticeship, you need to put your time, your money, your policies, everything, begin to see that it works. Because you're building a future that will take over from you. These people don't want anybody to take over from them. They don't want to see you grow. Somebody is telling us we want you to be think big. If you want to think big, you must start small. You don't just think. You first of all, you visualize it inside of you. Then you start receiving your answer. They should start thinking of. But I want to tell you one thing. When they started CBC, this computer-based test, it was a video. I called them and said, look, this will not work. 70% of Nigerian secondaries, from junior secondary to junior secondary, doesn't have laptops. They have not. Some of them have not seen laptops. Some of the people who are writing down, they have not touched hands before. Some of these people that I went to write down, believe me, some of them have not touched hands before. Talking about the laptop. Are you asking me? It's a fact. So how do I expect somebody that can tell you to pass exam, to pass exam? It's not fact. It's not fact. They don't have laptops. They have not seen laptops before. They are just hearing computer. Go to all the secondary schools in rural areas. Some of them in country, they don't have laptops. This computer is a skill. It's a skill of the code. PowerPoint, this, that. You must learn this thing before you write the exam. So how do you have to decide it? There is no hope, Master, but we'll keep talking. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Go ahead.
Master, good evening.
Welcome, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I'm so surprised that we lament about this thing every day. Do you know why? Have you seen where a crop is planted? If it takes 9 months for that crop to germinate, if you want to jump that process, that crop will not come as well. Even if it comes out, some nutrients will be lost. You cannot give what you don't have, Master, for heaven's sake. I hear a report now that are you aware that the students are writing English up to now? Why? With candles. In some of the centers, the paper has not even come. We want to copy what we are not. That's the problem. In some centers, they sent me pictures. If you have your this, I can send it to you. Where people are using candles to write WAEC English, and not that even if they finish writing, they will still pay money to submit this paper. Do you think it's for nothing that they call us developing country? We are not there. We are not mature. Consciously, we are not there. So you can't do what the Europeans do. So I am telling you, from school, their paper has not even come. Imagine when they will start that exam and finish by 10 o'clock in the night. A country, and you expect to do what UK people do. We are developing country. We are underdeveloped country. Spiritually, materially, we are not there. You can't do like what the UK do. Please, Let us not, of course, we can talk as much as we like, but it's a process. We want to do what we can do. Do you know the process they have passed before they got to that place? We're not mature for it. Look at it like what I'm telling you. Ordinary WAEC we can't conduct. We are using computer. Do we have it? We want to do what other people do when we are not mature for it. And to tell you, it's not even only as we are talking about government. The media in the foreign country, that's not the way the media operates in Nigeria. Can you compare the media in Nigeria with what we have in UK? It's not. So that is our level. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, they don't also stifle the media in the UK. Here, you say one thing, they come after you. That's the thing now. The US, the UK that we're talking about, if you talk about the media now, there are people who want to talk, but they are scared of talking. Some of us summon courage to talk. There, you don't stifle the media. They'll tell you. They'll call your bluff. President, Prime Minister, they don't care. That's the thing. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome, sir. Go ahead.
Fine, my name is Steve, calling from Togo.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, sir. Okay, sir. I love this conversation, sir. I love it so much because it happened to me too. Because he gave one work where I want to saw all these inverted. Do you know what happened? I went there, the man said, I will pay 100,000. For me, we never get 20,000 from my account for one time, sir. So, as you say, the government, they are interested. It's not that we Nigerians used to know want to work or anything, but it's not hard. It's hard for some of us to get inside the business just like that. That is the reason why. May government just try to help some of us because we are passing through a rot. They didn't just try. We want to rent. Nobody say we don't want to rent anything. They didn't just try, like UK and other countries are doing, so that will be better for us.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So what stops the government from initiating, what stops the governors, what stops the local government chairman? Okay, even if we don't have a national policy on apprenticeship, because even the university education, big English is not helping. If you, I heard, Mr. President said we should consume Nigerian made. I mean, there are very intelligent people who are even trying their best. They make shoes, they make clothes. But the leaders themselves do importation. They import virtually everything. Everything government has is imported. Yes, now. Good evening.
Yeah, Max, good evening once again.
Thank you, Ugo.
Yes. Let me take a part of what Mr. Christian just said. I really agree with that man, the earlier part of his contribution. I see it that we just wanted to be on our own, and therefore we asked the Europeans to go back, that we are matured. And look at how we are just wobbling today, like a tire that is not well inflated, you know. So secondly, Maxwell, I happen to work with some Koreans in the Wu company, AFAM project. Mas, I want to tell us that these people, if you like, speak your English from here to Jerusalem, they don't look at you. Their own is Alibaba. They just use hands to demonstrate it. But these people are electrical, mechanical experts. Koreans sent them to America not to go and learn their English, not to go and come out with a grade 1 in English language. No. Go there, know what red wire is used for, know where they fix black wire, and so on and so forth. And the day they brought the first turbine machine, my brother, human being, we were just like ants before those turbine machines. If you see turbine machines that can swallow 100 people at a time, when they brought it, they started wiring. And that is what is giving us light in our farm. You see it, but our own, even when you speak that wrong English, everybody will laugh at you. But these people who are experts in this, they don't know. Only when you are telling them to come, you demonstrate also, so that they will understand what you are telling them. So we are still joking. Our government, see, no government is ready, whether state, whether federal, whether local government. No one is ready to develop capacity. No one. Money has entered our eyes. Money is in their mind. How to amass, how to carry money, how to just loot the treasury. That is what they are after. So, except the youths rise up against them, like what happened in Ghana, that is the only way they will have small fear in them. Thank you, Marcel.
Thank you. I've also been with Chinese people here in Port Harcourt. Which English? Who they speak English? You come, me, like you, hair black. That's their own. They don't know how to. All this one that we are here speaking big English. But come and see skill now. Come and see skills. They learned it. It's not as though they have two heads. Usually in those countries like the Asian countries, is usually even in the European countries, is a national program. So they'll send their people to other places. It's what they call comparative advantage. You don't have something. Am I correct? You send your people to go and learn. Go to the diaspora, learn the skills, come back. Let us start producing ours. You can't produce everything. That's the truth. But at least let your deficit be low now. If you are importing, import versus export should be export 70, import 30. Not that import 90%, export 10. So the government is one who has such capacity. They send their people. In our neighboring state here, I don't know for River State, but a neighboring state here has only one neurosurgeon. One. Just one. Is my friend. And the way he was talking is like he wants to leave the country. Good evening.
Let's do some messages. Good evening, Maxwell and the lady in Rona. But they say that there are enough federal jobs, but the youth only press phone and don't want to work. Basi. This one says, Maxwell, the program works. What program works in Nigeria? As long as corruption remains endemic in our national systems, nothing will work. Do you know that as we speak, some secondary schools in Rivers State, Emoga in particular, are yet to receive their English language question papers for today's exams? The candidates are asked to buy candles. Can you imagine this?
They will speak English at night.
So a nation like this loaded with inefficiency, when will she get things right? Mr. Sir Simeon of Rondele. Someone says, good evening, Max. My brother is a beneficiary of cloud computing training last year. Okay. By this administration, it was a 6 months virtual.
Which administration?
He said this administration. It was a 6 months. He didn't state. It was a 6 months virtual program. He was faced with the challenge of internet subscription and he couldn't catch up after 4 months. If the government can give money for data, it will ease the whole thing. You carry out from NTA.
Why didn't they send them to that country to go and learn it directly instead of doing virtual? Virtual now, even your mama feed pay for that one now. Government is supposed to spend money on you, send you to that country.
She's saying now that there was no network for the brother to continue the program now for the 6 months.
Yes,
4 months into it, you could not complete
That's the issue now. There's a particular rep member in Akwa Ibom. He sent some few people, about 15 or 20 of them, to China to go and learn different skills. I know 2 individuals who are with them in China presently now. That's a rep member that is even doing that. This is the ones who will get here. We don't even understand.
So says Mr. Mark and Seraphic Baby, I tell you, and new names every day. I tell you, I never get anything from government, even NDDC owns self. Now man, no man. Same with government. Gladden from Abuloma.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, Maxwell.
Go ahead, sir.
Good evening. This is Okibim Jr. from Abua.
All right.
Maxwell, most times when I sit back to listen to your own analysis, and I begin to wonder, I say, God, when will this country be like this? But most times I come out with some doubts that the country favors some set of persons. And those persons the country favored will not want this country to be like your analysis. People, Nigeria is like a jackpot. Have you seen when they are playing a jackpot? Once your own die enter that middle this thing, you've won. And you've won for you and your family. That is how Nigeria is. And it's a pity that we are at where we are. I don't see this country getting better soon. I'm expressing this doubt because of what is happening. It's intentional from the federal state. If you don't support us, even lost.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Your line is very, but we got your thought. You know, when you talked about that person who did the virtual program, doing virtual program is not easy in Nigeria, except if the teachers, if they have a way of recording this thing, and then later you can download it and go through it, and then go through your assignments and all that. Doing virtual program in Nigeria with this network fluctuation is not an easy. So if government wants to do anything, they should send people to those countries to go and learn it directly, face to face. That's what China was doing. Today, when it comes to skills across the world, I mean, you can't compete with them. They are sending skilled people all over. How many Indians did Dangote bring? I've had an oil and gas expert here that sometimes when they get jobs, to get the personnel to do those jobs is difficult. Not because you don't have people who have strength or the willingness to work. Those trainings are not one naira. That's the issue. You want to go and learn sound blasting. Now 1 naira, you think it's computer appreciation that you pay 60,000? No. Those trainings are expensive. Only government can foot such bills. The NDDC, government agencies are the ones who can foot those bills. It's not a private. How many people can afford? You want to go and do a training, for instance, and in a country, and you have to pay in dollars, and by the time you convert it, it's 5 million. Where your parents won't get that kind of money from? Yes. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Lucky Maxwell.
Welcome, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, my name is Gift. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Yes, please.
Now, talking about this skill acquisition thing, it is quite unfortunate that even when government or federal or state government select people to be trained in whatever skills, I must tell you that persons with physically challenged are completely neglected. And when it comes to skill acquisition, that was the one they did in my local government. We submit all persons with disability, submitted our names. That was last year, and nothing was done. And I'm talking to, I acquired skill under non-governmental organization as a visually impaired person, and I've been satisfied with that skill. But it's quite unfortunate that I can't even make use of that skill because of lack of funds. Now, I've done everything to ensure that the government assists me, but no way. Had it been, I think, of committing atrocity now, the government will say I'm doing bad. It's quite unfortunate and it is discouraging. That's my thing.
Thank you very much. Now, let me distinguish between what you call skill acquisition and apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is like you're going to school, like you get an admission into University of Port Harcourt. So you're doing a 4-year course. If you're doing, like, for instance, cloud computing, imagine doing cloud computing for 4 years. Instead of just going into Uniport and say you want to go to school, you start learning algorithm, theory from beginning to the end. Instead of going to Microsoft to go and do cloud computing for 4 years or for 3 years. That's what we're talking about, apprenticeship program, but a national, state, or local government policy arrangement, not a personal thing where your parents, gather money, borrow money. They now pay, or they send you to a roadside person to stay with the person to do apprenticeship for 1 year, 2 years. We are talking about a government program where they do it in such a way that it is well designed. So you do it for 3 years, 4 years in big organizations. You're going there, you're getting paid also, which of course will aid, and that burden would have been lifted. So in families, you have 1, 2, 3 children. 2 probably want to do apprenticeship after their secondary school, and they'll get certified. Probably the other one can go to university. That's what we're talking about. Good evening.
Yeah, Max, Mr. Zion, good
Yes,
evening
please.
to you. Thank you brought in this discourse this evening. But let me be honest to you, sir. There is a Yoruba adage that is called Olojuwo Kokoro, which means that thing that is eating the beans is inside the beans. The problem with this country is the people. Sir, 97, 98, 99. This India you are hearing about, they came to Nigeria to study how the banks were operating. AfriBank, Standard Trust, and EcoBank were where they went to. They came to Nigeria. I challenge the then managing directors of these 3 banks. What I'm saying, if Mr. Zion is wrong, please call in and say, Mr. Zion, what you are saying is not true. I challenge you to do that. They came here and studied how these banks were operating. They now went back and put their own national bank that today is one of the strongest in the world. What went wrong? Our problem in this country today, there are too many illiterates in governance or in politics who are formulating policies that are killing this country, who are formulating ideas, gathering people against the interest of the people for their own benefits. Look at the large majority of the young people today. My own auntie, which is my father's younger sister, used to be a branch manager in one of these 3 banks I just mentioned to you in Abarut. So balancing of everything, we are aware, all the discussion going on, we are aware as children, we will be there when they are saying everything. Do you know that the Gen Bank then has a program for young people who are just graduating, as in from secondary school, that they call the school to learn. Come get money and go into agriculture. Come get money and go into self-development. Look at our people today. How many of them rise up to go and search or make inquiries of these government projects? Government interventions, bank interventions for young people. They will be in their houses. The only one they are aware of is the criminal one, which we call social investment scheme.
Thank you, Mr. Zion. Thank you.
Thank you.
And they were feeding children that were at home. It's like Rona is in this studio, and I'm in my house feeding her. Well, that's what you can take. We just hope that the government will do the needful. You see all this? I'm not saying that, the normal skills here and there, but we're talking about a long-term, sophisticated arrangement.
Yeah, a working
that will sustain
system.
you.
Yeah, not
so
just
if I say I don't want to
temporary.
go to the university, am I correct?
I
want to learn how to fix this console. You send me to the company that produced this console. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me stay there for 3-4 years.
And they shouldn't make it feel like if you're not going to the university, then there's no hope for you in society.
There's these guys who produce musical instruments, Yamaha and co.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to learn how to couple, those musical instruments. Send the person to that company. Let the person go there for apprenticeship for 3 years, 4 years, depending on the program. And let the person stay there, graduate. If they want to retain the person, better. That's what we're talking. We're not talking about you go roadside, go learn sewing for 6 months. They carry one machine, give you. You stay inside one container, they do quack. That's not what we're saying. Well, we'll take a short break. We'll come back
for Eyewitness Report.
Stay with us.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information.
Some people will carry human head in their boots and they will not search them because they are collecting bribe.
When they go collect salary, then go say government need to pay them bribe.
All these taxi drivers safe. They don't even get papers. Even driver's license safe, they no get.
Hey, you back there. Hold on, Jake.
Their cars are in bad shape, very, very bad shape. They have no ethics of driving. That is why they will continue to bribe so that they can have their way.
I could shoot you down. I could shoot you. Headlight, you no get. Side mirror, you no get. Motor way to where carry animal. Now you take put for road to carry human being. You don't even wind the motor when rain they fall. You no get conscience at all. Take, you be number 15. You be number 5. More than not forget on a number.
Let's allow them to do their job.
Do not obstruct justice by giving or taking bribe. Avail yourself a check. Even you, Oga driver, stop reckless driving and always update your papers. This information
is brought to you by Today 95.1 FM.
Voice of the people.
It's now time for you to tell us your eyewitness report. Please feel free to join the conversation. Send in your messages to 070193396962. Anytime someone is coming to campaign, listen to the person carefully. Anybody who tells you is going to do road and light and water for you, that person is a total failure already. Those things ought to be done without so much noise. In fact, they ought to be doing it at the background. Infrastructure. Infrastructure includes not just bridges, roads. Interconnectivity also is very important. Infrastructure involves also housing. What is government housing program like? No policy on housing. No policy on electricity. No policy on apprenticeship, youth empowerment. Yet you have commissioner for youth empowerment. No policy on agriculture. No policy on the health sector. And you are praising those people. You say if you have problem. That's why we are educating you. Governance is not bread and tea. Governance is serious business. No policy on employment generation. No policy on the economy. What kind of economy do we have now that we inherited? In 2 years' time, we should have moved from this point to this point. In agriculture, we don't have enough gari. Pinpoint it. We don't have enough plantain in circulation. We don't have enough yam. How can we bridge the gap? The farmers will tell you what to do. You do it simple. Give the money to the real farmers. Do the interventions. Ensure there's security for them. You go see yam yafu for market. Price will drop naturally. Am I correct? So these are the things you should scrutinize. No matter how you say you love that person. If that person is coming and is not speaking this language and speaking, then you should know that you are in soup. No headway. That's why we have this society, because even the electorate are not educated enough. When I mean educated, I'm not talking about going to school. That's not education. Education is knowing what to do and doing it. Somebody might just be a school start leaver, a school start holder, but he knows what to do. is not English. It is knowing what to do and doing it. If you know what to do and you're not doing it, you're an illiterate. So you can define some of our people who are in leadership as illiterates. They know. Because when they travel, they like the serene environment. Okay, what stops you from doing concrete roads? You know it's going to last, but because of greed, you wouldn't want to do concrete road. Look at what they are doing. I must commend for within that those areas, the enemy axis of this were the areas where they did that concrete arrangement, that concrete road. If you see the padding, no, I must commend Mr. President and Dave Umahi. I don't know if probably because it's Dave Umahi that is handling, because he is an engineer. And I heard, I don't know how true that is, Ebonyi people will tell me better, that the roads he constructed in Ebonyi, they are very strong. So if you know concrete road will last, why not do it now? If you want to pad whatever, pad it there. But let it be that we have solid road. You can pad whatever you want to pad and chop the money. But let it be that at the end of the day, the road will last for us. That's what we are saying. Am I correct? So if the person is not speaking this language that I'm speaking here, the person is just talking, I will do road, will give you light. The person, just know that that one is an illiterate. He does not know what he's saying. Because those things are not supposed to be a form of campaign. It is something when you get to office, it's something that you, in 180 days, thereabout, you should fix all the internal roads, fix them properly. We don't need to be calling and say, hey, Cornerstone Road, we are calling on the government. We are calling on the sole administrator. We are calling on the governor to come and fix. How can you be reminding the governor to come and fix Cornerstone Road? Is the government not ashamed? How do you remind the governor to come and fix Cornerstone Road? Do you remind your father to pay your school fees? That's your primary basic responsibility. You must feed your children. They must wear clothes. They must go to school or learn a skill. Shelter must be provided. You don't come to the on air to come and announce that I gave my wife money to go and cook soup. Who will give your wife money? Not me. My friend, go and do road and give us water. Give us light. And you should now talk about policies that, okay, this is the kind of education we are operating now. It's not good. Let's do a home-based arrangement. Change the curriculum. Train and retrain teachers. Fix all the primary and secondary schools without making so much noise. You don't need to inaugurate them and put canopy and dance and all that. These are things you just award to the contractor. You just see that people just came. They are working in all the LJs, working, fixing. You put the place in order, security, and then equip them. Any government that is not doing that is a failure. Good evening. Go ahead.
Mr. Maxwell, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so my business, just something which just occurred to me now. Mr. President promised us if he come on subsidy, money go plenty for the system to carry out plenty projects. But this recent borrowing, when don't go meet the National Assembly, made them approve the borrowing. That one, they confused me. That one, I want. Two, the Empower program where he inherits from Buhari, where them the Minister of Humanitarian, what was a better aid, been there in charge. That money we take actually allocate, promising to pay the successful candidates. They didn't pay, they suspend better aid. And that money just be like follow. Nobody they talk about the money. I mean, I enter another big pocket. That thing just give me concern because I get a lot of persons who actually get that Empower. And nobody is saying anything about it. So many projects, so many things, just they go under carpet and this government.
Thank you, sir. Keep your messages, your calls coming in. It's called Eyewitness Report. Yes, please. Good evening.
Good evening, Maxwell.
Go ahead.
My own eyes is as I'm talking to you now, my side is in a exam hall. Now. For how a whole WAEC for long they have been operating, they cannot be able to organize exam. This move us here from around 8 o'clock. He's still at the exam hall now. The same boy is the one that the jam denied his exam. It's the same boy. So Nigerian children, leaders of tomorrow, supposed to be crying as orphans. Nigeria, I don't know where we are heading to. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I wonder when WAEC started coming, when they came up with the fact that they're going to do CBT, I told them they will fail. I don't know if it's CBT they are doing. And what are they? I mean, I don't understand. Where? Huh? Now, wow. Now, wow. Somebody will say, Ike Guru Matu. Person tired. I mean, an examination body, you are conducting exams. Don't you know how many candidates? Don't you know how many centers? Haven't you been able to put in logistics? And people paid heavily for this exam. How do you move your papers from point A to point B? What time did you say you're going to start the exam? You keep the papers within how many meters away from the exams hall? How many supervisors do you have? I mean, don't they know all these things? Now, wow. Good evening.
Hello, Master. Good evening.
Go ahead. All right, sir.
I have someone that they say President wants to borrow another money again. Because throughout this period, my work don't allow me to listen to you and on time. If I thought it's like that, can you remember what I told you the other day that I heard that people from each of the states now that they defect to APC? I tell you that very soon you will hear money borrowing that, so that they can use it and settle those people that they come to APC. And that is exactly what is going on now. I said it earlier before now. That is the thing that is happening. Because this country, I born in this country, I know how they behave. And brother, good night to you.
Thank you.
Some messages for... Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Good evening.
Maxwell.
Yes,
Maxwell, good evening.
welcome, sir. Go ahead.
Okidim Junior.
All right, sir.
Maxwell, my area talk is on WAEC. Maxwell, do you know that even till now, students are still in schools writing in English on WAEC? Till now that I speak to you, we know that there is no government school in River State that has light. And up till now, this is past 8. WAEC is still on. Students are not yet done with writing English. Maxwell, what will come out of this exam? I am asking you. What will you expect to come out of this exam? That up till now, students are still in examination centers writing English. Such a country. Maxwell.
Sir?
Well, we will not stop talking. Let's believe that when we continue to talk, things might get better. But let me tell you, the election that you are mentioning that will come out, let me tell you, in the history of this country, Nigerians came out in 2023 election with the hope that things will get better. But our hope was crushed. We voted for someone. INEC announced someone they like. Let me tell you, if I'm not a prophet of doom, this 2027 election, people might not come out to vote.
Thank you, sir.
People might not come out to vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm asking the kind of security WAEC is also providing for those children. I mean, how can you be writing exams at night? What the parents can do, most times too, parents, who are Nigerians, they just say, hey, we live and for God. What if the parents come together and petition the WAEC registrar? How would you keep children outside by this time that they are writing WAEC? What kind of nonsense exam is that one? By this time, in those government schools, and we know the state of some of those government schools, what is the security guarantee? I just pray we don't hear sad news. We don't hear bad news that someone lost his or her child because they went to write exam. What kind of nonsense exam is that? Can you compare that exam to someone's life? A child that is promising that the parents are looking up to because of nonsense exam. So if they are serious, the parents can come together. I mean, the parents across board can come together and petition the WAEC registrar for him to be held accountable. Because how do you write exam by this time? What kind of exams is that one? Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Maxwell.
Go ahead.
See, let me tell you something. Whether WAEC registrar or WAEC director, everything is happening during Tinubu's administration. And if you go now to ask the WAEC registrar, he will even tell his whatever to Tinubu and his regime. You see, you said earlier, but for me, it is only when somebody refuses to learn that person is an illiterate. Does it mean that all these are administrators, all these are whatever, they don't want to learn, that make them to be illiterate? I'm sorry to say that. Because they refuse to learn. People are shouting. People are clamoring. Because they are on top. They mesmerize our money anyhow. They mesmerize everything anyhow. That is why they don't even care for the baby. Like the other man said there, not all the schools have light. Like CSS it's not having light. Precisely, I have to tell you. They are writing now. How can they write? Look at what is happening. Everything is tailored to Tinubu's administration. That's not good. Thank you very much.
What has Tinubu got to do with? So is it Tinubu that will come and ensure that the exams are written properly? The registrar should know what to do now. They should know how many candidates they have. Their logistics should be, all the money that people pay. I don't know how much they are paying now for registration, but I heard it's huge money. Can they use from there to ensure that logistics is well taken care of? People arrive on time, papers arrive on time, and children write their exams and go back home. The last time in those days when we wrote GC and co, we finished probably around 5, after 5 thereabout, sometimes 6 p.m. depending. Even then, we even complained that there were disparities in timing. Now I don't understand if they want people to go overseas to go and write WAEC. Good evening.
Hello, Maxwell.
Yes, please go ahead.
This is Hart calling from my other west. Maxwell, I think if you look very well, you will see that the rich men, their son is not involved in this WAEC. That is why they are suffering people in this country, and they are suffering the poor masses. Since even when Buhari was president of this country, the poor masses suffer. But during that time, this is not costly. But this Tinubu government, poor people are suffering. Those people are suffering.
Tell us your eyewitness. Your eyewitness report. Send it as a message. I think the people around Cornerstone Road are still complaining. These days now, you don't even know who to complain to. Is it sole administrator, sole admin, sole this, sole that? Who do you complain to? Very unfortunate. We'll find ourselves. But you just have to keep on talking. With the rains, some of the internal roads have shown their true color. You know, they will tell you if you want to look for house during rainy season. That's when you know if that area is a flooded environment or not. So the internal roads are pretty bad. There's no local government chairman to. Even when the local government chairman were there, people were still shouting. I don't even understand which one is good now, which one is better. Because even when the local government chairman came in, I heard one of them build council secretariat within how many months, and people were saying he's doing well. Which one is doing well? Now somebody is building where he go to sleep, where he will be enjoying. You say he's doing well. Is that one a public project? Whereas people were crying that the internal roads were bad. At least if they had even awarded it and paid 100% like they usually do, we'll know that the contractor will finish the road. But this one, they didn't care. Good evening.
Hello, Mr. Maxwell.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Engineer Jonathan Telioba, popularly known as something Moskileman. Hello, Maxwell.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yes, as I know, I told you that I'm an orphan, nobody to complain to. I want to say good evening to you, my dear brother, and bless you. Good evening.
All right. He said he's an orphan. Okay, you're talking about in terms of governance. Okay, you don't have a governor, you don't have a deputy governor, you don't have a House of Assembly. But even when those guys were there, what were they even doing, sir? That's the thing now. Even the House of Assembly members, they say budget, close gate, no accept budget, open them, close gate. That's what we're doing, pangolo. Eh? Go ahead, good evening. Mama, go ahead.
So, you see this thing they sell in the market, they call Cameroon pepper. It almost cost a marriage today, but for my intervention. You see, I want to advise women. They should stop, using, if they must use it, they should pour it inside a bowl, pour water, and then, decant it. You see a lot of sand. Some of them are not truly Cameroon pepper. They are just rotten pepper women have dried. Cockroaches, and they have played football on it. Rats have dropped their dung, and then all those things. They gather them and go to ground and tie in a cellophane paper and then hang around their shade in the name of Cameroon pepper. Those things are not Cameroon pepper. I want to advise women, please. A wife cooked a pot of soup today, and the man said he was biting sand. It's sandy, vegetable sandy. So I asked the wife, I said, what do you use Cameroon pepper? She said yes. I said, there you are. That is the cost of. And the man was angry that why would she not buy pepper? Although fresh pepper now are very expensive. But women, please, you people should try and avoid that Cameroon pepper, so-called Cameroon pepper. I beg you. So that it will not cost your marriage, my hand no deal.
Thank you, Mama. What they are even selling as Cameroon pepper, me, I don't even understand again. It's not Cameroonian anymore. He's not Cameroonian. Cameroon pepper, usually, when you put small like this, you feel this thing. But now, you pack one bucket, put, nothing they come out. So I just decided to do my normal fresh pepper. It's quite expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seeds for 500 naira. Pepper, ordinary pepper. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, Lucky Maxwell. Good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
Lucky Maxwell. I hear that Tony Okocha Chief is a native of Rumibo. Have you passed through that road, Rumibo? That road from Mkpolu?
Okay, from Mkpolu to Rumibo Junction.
East West Road. That road.
It's bad, though. Very bad.
No, wow. This life, Chief Tony Okocha, who was shouting, emergency rule. Now emergency rule has come. His own road to his village is in that condition. NDC rep. Lucky Maswell, this life, you not tell me, but I will not stop talking. How can the man who has been shouting? Now we're in emergency now. Look at the road in his community. He cannot award contract to fix it. It's unfortunate. That's not why I called. Lucky Maswell, this is Igbo Road, this is Igbo Junction that transverse through to Chokota, Ikurengwo, that road. I am talking because I know that the governor is having his suspension, and I'm sure he listens to radio now, and his PAs and his aides. If he's going to come back, he should think about that road now. Who will have over 50 oil wells? Even the government collect money, 13% derivation. They should give the people road now. The same way I've been asking from Ahoda Junction to Abua Odua. That road deserves dualization. Developing River State is not just Port Harcourt. It's not this solar light they are giving to people that dies within 6 months. Lucky Maswell, God bless you. That's my advertisement spot.
Thank you very much. I wanted to advise the JAM registrar and the WAEC registrar. Please, you people are profs. I believe you people know more than us. This computer-based thing, work. Leave them. Make we use pencil, they write. Work. It's just like coming to say we should be using fork to eat gari. Now hand would they use chop gari? That fork thing no go work. If he didn't day, he didn't day. Most schools from primary to secondary does not have one computer. They don't have. So you see that computer base, not gonna leave them. Not be by force. Let's be ticking, using pencil to tick. For objective, we tick. You have there sheet now. You have A, B, C, D. You tick that computer sheet. I tick there. Then for subjective, for WAEC, define osmosis. I define osmosis. I give example. Define diffusion. I define. I give example. Give the write out the almighty formula. Minus B plus or minus square root of B square minus 4AC over 2A. I write them. I get them. Bam, 10 marks. Leave and like that. Leave CBT. Walk. Oh, prof, walk. Walk. Leave them. Good evening. Go ahead.
My own complaint and my light faded down. My community, no light. No light. For over 2 months now, no get light faded down. Now, our young chief at the airport, they don't remove out for local government chairman. They bring administrator. Not the light. No nothing. The whole school for my community, no chair, no teacher, say better. The more local government. That's my own. Good evening.
Thank you. So please, Prof, leave CBT. Work. Leave it. Leave CBT. Make CBT leave you. When we are matured to that level, when we have all our primary schools fixed, accommodating all our children with good seats and at least marker board or display on the screen, and they start teaching them computer from primary 3, for by the time they get to if you like call it primary, if you like call it basic, all not the same thing. We just change names in Nigeria. The structure is not improving. They say for primary basic 1 934 664. Now Manchester City format. Leave this 664 10 10 4. Just ensure the ingredient is there. Leave CBT. Make CBT leave you. Good evening.
Hello, Master.
Yes, please go ahead.
I mean, just say them. What you just say tonight? He cannot walk. He can't walk. So let me just go back to what you just said.
Gosh, please call back if you can. I can't imagine my daughter, my son, writing WAEC in a for what? I will drive you home. Let me see who will come and fail the paper. I'll petition them. How can you keep my child on by this time writing? What kind of nonsense WAEC is that one? By this time writing? Do they write exams in the night? Look at the time now. It's late. Me, I won't take that risk. Oh. No. I won't take that risk. No. None of them, none of the bourgeois or even the WAEC registrar will allow his child to stay out late, except if they are writing the WAEC in their house or in a city center filled with security and everywhere is littered up. So in those remote areas, in Emoha and some other places, a child will not buy candles to write WAEC because he won't go where? He won't write exam to heaven. What kind of exam is that one? And tomorrow they will come and do press conference. The whole prof will come and do press conference. You know the shame? To do press conference. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yes, God bless you. My name is Soroni Samson. I am calling you from the city of Abua Udua, in the Mago Kubokla. One of the local government that state government have forgotten. I hope you're hearing the generator, the sound of the generator. This is the time I'm seeing our people coming back from school. My beloved brother, you know we just come out from one of the incidents that anytime I woke up from bed, I cry. What is happening to my darling state? That we just rescue some of our people that just went to write the jam. You recall, why is it that we will continue to suffer our people? Look at the time I'm seeing some of our people coming back from school. Are you hearing generator?
The ones who went to write WAEC?
The ones that went to write WAEC, look at the time
they have finished the English exam.
Exactly, this is the time they are coming back. My beloved brother, you know why I'm crying? I don't want to hear tomorrow that any of River State sons or daughter, people that went to write exam, we don't want to hear anything that happened to them. Because you know that we are battling with insecurity when it comes to not just River State, Nigeria at large, more especially where I come from. There is no light as I talk to you. That environment is total darkness. And you're risking the life of sons of River State, daughters of River State. Those are our future. Why is it that we allow the children to be at school till this late hour in the night, my beloved brother? What is happening to our structure? What is happening to the structure? What is happening? What is happening? I don't want to hear of any insecurity concerning our people that you won't come back safe across River State.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what we're praying also, that nothing happens to them. But I think it's an act of irresponsibility on the part of the examination body to keep children out by this time of the day. And the parents should do the needful. Don't stay your hands and say, "Mo, live and for God." Petition this man. So he will not come on screen tomorrow and start crying. When is done crying, like the other one cried, he will now say, resign for what? I think there was he said truck pushers cannot come and tell what. See, person will be they cry, you can't they make mouth. Well, that's Nigeria now. Everybody they talk anyhow and behaving anyhow because leadership far. Good evening. Yes, please.
Honestly, if WAEC will not apologize to these children, it means that this country is gone. Can you imagine by now I'm still at the school where my son is writing WAEC in this time of insecurity? What is exam compared to a human life?
What happened? When did they bring the paper late?
My brother, all of us went through this same system. I never see where they write WAEC.
That's what I'm saying. Did they bring the paper late?
Honestly, who am I going to ask? Is it the school authority?
Okay, you didn't go there in the morning with your son.
No, I just came from work now. Only for me to ask, they say it's not at home. So I decided to come to school. As I speak with you, I am sitting down.
Wait, hold on. And the only subject they are writing today is English.
Just English.
Are they using CBT or manual?
It's manual now, not CBT.
So why are they writing it at night now since morning? Is it that the paper arrived late or something?
Max, as I speak with you now, if I even ask it, I don't even enable the teacher to ask here why they are writing it at night. And I should believe that the paper didn't come early. And that's the fault of WAEC. It's not the fault of the teachers, neither. It is government failure.
I hope there's light within that environment.
Honestly, I won't tell lie for that. There is light here. The school has light.
Is it in Port Harcourt or Obiakpo?
It's in Obiakpo. I'm in Rumolumen.
Okay, that's a city center. Okay, that one is different now.
Yeah.
But even at that too is not conducive.
I said I have to wait for my son.
Please wait, yeah.
Honestly, I will wait. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
I'm wondering, children in Ahoda, Kana, Gokana, Luawi, and all those inside. I mean, where you don't even have light. In the name of their right. So the English they are writing. That's the English they will speak. That will give them a gate pass into heaven. They will speak to the angels. Say, you know, my tenses are correct. You need to let me into heaven. Good evening.
Please stop that English.
What do you want me to say now? You say what? She's here. They want to greet you now.
Good evening, Mama.
It's not Mama. It's Wellington.
Oh,
he's
Wellington.
A man.
Oh,
he's
sorry.
A fine boy. Sir?
The truth of the matter is, I've said yesterday they were celebrating Children's Day. Some were saying task force, some were saying children bullying. This is mental bullying. This is mental bullying by WAEC. Our children are going through mental trauma. How can you write an exam by this time of the day? No life in the 23 local governments, in all the government agencies. They don't have life. The generators are not working. Nobody should deny this fact. How do they write the exam? If they pass, will you come with clear hands and say these children wrote very well? Master, are you sure? Let me use the word allegedly because you like that word. That this paper has not lived. Master, in the 10th century, you're writing an exam by this time. What is the time stipulated for that paper? Is it 8 o'clock? How many hours is the paper going to take off? Like 8 to 2, or 8 to 1, or 8 to 10? What is the paper timing?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Wellington. Thank you. Well, we'll scrutinize. We'll keep our tabs on this particular issue. And then I hope we'll get to hear from WAEC. Not to come and cry on the screen, but to really speak to Nigerians and tell Nigerians why this is happening. Because very soon they will be writing exams around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Well, let's take some messages.
Good evening, Maxwell. Chineche from Rumodogo. I recently highlighted the deplorable state of the public infrastructure in Rumodogo. There is no community health center in Rumodogo, no potable water supply, no functional school facility, poor road network at Ngbogizi community. Nothing in Rumodogo is working at all. Please, government should channel their attention to Rumodogo community because it is worrisome. The people of Rumodogo have been without electricity for almost 8 years now. I don't even understand what is happening. Please, the government should help Rumodogo community. Chinemcherem Chitu from Rumodogo, a concerned citizen. Good evening, Max. My eyewitness is in the area 1 month. Okay. Mr. Max, Nigeria police are supposed to uphold the rule of law. They are the ones breaking it by collecting bribes from the guys selling drugs. These drugs have contributed to young guys getting mad in society. I'm calling on the CP to call his men to order. Adeyemo Dare from Ogbogoro. WAEC should... Good evening, Max. My eyewitness report is on the WAEC that is ongoing. Do you know that my daughter left for exam at CSS Rumekini for English since morning, but as I speak now, the supervisors is yet to arrive at the center. Now, when they start, Now, when will they start and when will they end for my daughter to come back from
As
Lawson?
at the time you're sending this message,
Yes,
supervisor never come.
as at 8:18.
Yeah.
Why should not be funny like JAM to fail all of these candidates for starting English by 8:30 p.m. in community schools like Rumekini, where there is neither light nor security? Tell me, how will the children see road to write? From Mr. Law.
Mr. Law, I hope you are in that particular school now. Don't stay at home.
Yeah, for safety.
Go, anybody whose child is writing WAEC, please go there. Daughter, son, we don't want to hear stories that touch. For the ladies, we don't want to hear issues of rape. Then for the guys also, and the ladies too, we don't want to hear issues of insecurity. Oh, this one lost, this one missed. Please, if you're a parent, don't stay at home. You should look for a way and go. I think even by the time they got to a certain distance, parents should have even gone to the school and get all their children out of the school. Send them back home. Let's see if they will fail everybody. Nigerians should sometimes, don't just say and say, we could leave them and make them do anyhow. You stay till 6 p.m., 7 p.m., children haven't written. You go there and pick all your children. Well, people don't work with one mind in Nigeria. If not, go there and pick all your children. When supervisor comes, who will he see? How do you come? By now, you've not come. I think, when would they write? 1 a.m.? Anyway.
All right, Maxwell Agbaindele, Abua Road is turned to Atlantic Ocean. People can't move freely. We are locked indoors. Flood has taken over the entire Rundele clan. Please, the Solad, bring back the contractor to resume the good work that was ongoing prior to the ill-fated state of emergency rule in River State. Sir Simeon from Rundele. Good evening, presenter. Follow me, thank whoever is in charge of solar lights at Taba for a job well done. The best way to ask for is thank you. But what is happening to HEPREP after digging gutters around the community without pipe? Yet the tank is there at Taba.
That's in Taba. Okay.
Taba.
They gave you solar light. All right, enjoy it. I hope it will last though. The ones around here need to last 3 months. So.
Maxwell is Tony Okocha. His village still have bad roads. Now morning for emergency rule in River State. Now the people where una go fight or die for be that, Honorable Malon. Okay, let's go to WhatsApp messages. We have a few here. Good evening, Maxwell and Rona. My eyewitnesses for today is about the barbed wires on all the state flyovers where they intentionally removed by hoodlums living under the bridges and sold to them to dump buyers. Are there no more youth leaders in these communities to handle these ugly trends by working with the security agencies, arrest these criminals and prosecute them? It's so painful that people's taxes will be wasted in the hands of the wicked politicians and the criminals living under the bridges. If I have my way, I will do one-man squad and be dealing with these guys without pity. Anytime I pass through the flyovers and see how all of them have lost their wires, I feel pains. Silva Agu from Port Harcourt. Good evening, Maxwell and Rona. My eyewitness report today is about... Okay, I already took that one. Good evening, Max. I am Prince from Port Harcourt. My eyewitness about all landlords and agents concerning house rent. Please, what can we do to caution landlords and agents for house rent? I meet agents who said I should make payment of 700k for one bed. I said, let me not see the landlord. He told me that landlord's not in Nigeria, but will give his brother the money to give landlord. And I said I can speak to the landlord brother. He said no. To cut the story short, I found that the landlord keeps his one bed for 450 and drink money 10k caution fee. Because I was complaining to one pastor and the landlord said he just gave me the house for 450k, and I asked to the point where it said no agent, and the landlord stays abroad. He said he will go and ask the tenant how much he paid to the agent, and behold, the man paid 600k and the agent gave him 450 and collected 150 plus 20% of 600k. Good evening to you, Maxwell. I don't really know what's going on in this country. Even here in Ogurama, River State, the students are still writing English with candle. This is very bad.
It's all right. Well, that's much we can take. Like I said, for those whose child is writing WAEC, you need to mobilize and go and check on your child. You can't leave those children out there by this time of the day.
That's too
Even
late.
me as an adult, I know as a day worker, so you can't leave those children out. We talked about children on Tuesday. Children to get child, not be just I sleep with her, she carry belly. You know what you went through training that child up until this moment. So not be because of exam. Tomorrow in a speech they will give, then they will say gone too soon. God forbid. Please go and look for your child, secure your child. If they have not written, you can take the child home. Next year, you go write another work. Let your child stay alive. If they start writing, be there. until they are done. And then you take your child home. Follow me on Facebook, Lucky Maxwell, LuckyMaxwell. On X, Elon Musk at LuckyMax234.
On Facebook, Rona Agbara, RonaAgbarha.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, all you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM, such a unique style.
We are right here in Abeokuta, Ogun State, and of course, the host of the National Sport Festival, the 24th edition. We are right inside the MKO Abiola Stadium, and I caught up with the foremost table tennis star, Abigail table tennis queen. I don't know if she has retired. Maybe she should tell us officially. 8 times she went to the Olympics. No other woman has done that. You know her, Olufunke Oshonaike, all the way from Hamburg right here on Global Sports Update with yours truly, Godwin Enak. And I will take a break when we come back. Like I said, right here, MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta, the host of the ongoing National Sport Festival. Welcome back, and Funke right here with me, ready to talk and talk and talk and talk. You know you can talk. Funke, you can talk.
Hi, my good people of Nigeria. This is Funke Oshonaike, live on Torrent in Ogun State, Nigeria, for the festival to come and support everybody here. Like you all know, I'm for everybody and I'm for nobody.
I was going to say, what are you doing in Nigeria? You're supposed to be in Hamburg. Then you just let the cat out of the bag that you are in Nigeria, Abeokuta precisely, to watch the National Sports Festival.
Okay, I've been hearing so many wonderful things about the festival, and I've been going through a lot of stress in Hamburg, Germany. So I just feel like I needed a break from school. And I talked to my DG that I would love to come and see what is happening here, because it's been a long time I played festival too. And he said, okay, come on, you can come over. You are now our veteran, a wonderful athlete. You know, you can come and see what is happening. And that's why I'm here, and I'm very, very happy to be here. I won't lie to you.
You just confirmed that the National Sports Commission brought you to Nigeria.
Exactly, National Sports Commission, and they make me very, 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 very proud. That's what I'm talking about. I've been talking about it. The welfare of the old athlete is very, very important. I really, really feel love, and I feel really, really careful, thanks to my DG. In fact, I'm so very happy to be here.
DG and, of course, the chairman of the Sports Commission.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Madam Shewudiko. I haven't seen you. I can't wait to see you too. I'm so happy to be here. I've been seeing a lot of DG, and I would love to see Madam Shewudiko too.
You just said being invited by your country to come and be part of the National Sport Festival that made you. Can you talk us through your first National Sports Festival?
Oh, I cannot really remember vividly. That was 1988, Rivers 88. I was so young, and it was so much fun to be competing with the best athlete in Nigeria. And what I'm seeing here, it's almost the same thing, because I went to table tennis, so I saw lots of young people, and I've been seeing lots of young people with old people, you know, competing together. Believe me, just like I have this nostalgia, you know. I love it. I'm just so happy. It gladens my heart to be here. I'm seeing this festival. I'm just seeing like going to the Olympics and being like a spectator and watching what is happening. This feeling I'm having, believe me honestly, is better than competing. I feel more relaxed, you know. I'm just happy. I'm very happy to be home.
Wow. The question was going to be, I know your first port of call with the table tennis, and you have just confirmed that. Did you see another Funke Oshonaike?
Oh no, I'm so sorry to disappoint you, my fans and my lover. I haven't seen any for now. I'm still waiting to see one. Things have not changed, but like I used to say, we have a lot of good name players. Well, we have a lot of them, and they are still there. But I have not really seen another Funke Oshonaike, or I've not actually seen another Effiong Odium. You know, Effiong too has retired, you understand, and what I'm seeing nowadays. But it's never too late. I just hope that one day I'm going to see another 16-year-old girl, you know, playing good table tennis. You know, I haven't seen that now.
Wow. The big question will be, these table tennis stars cannot make themselves. Someone has to make them. What do we do, and how do we go about this? You have a country today that now recognizes that we had athletes that did well, that represented us very well. You just talked about the Sports Commission bringing you back to Nigeria. So what can you do?
You see, everything starts from the grassroots. Funke Oshonaike started with playing all primary school table tennis competition. From there to all secondary school, and we have all secondary school festival at that time. Then from there, I joined the national team. Then from there, I played festival, and I started representing Nigeria. So it is not the job of NSC or national. Everything has to start from the local, from local to state, and that is what we are lacking here. We don't have local. We don't even have so much things happening in state. Not to talk from Nigeria as a whole, you know. National, they have to get the good players from each state. So if the other ones, some things are lacking there, then how can we have good players playing for Nigeria? Nigeria, let me just say, maybe National Sports Commission is not going to be the one to produce players. You know, it has to start from grassroots, and we are lacking grassroots development. So if we keep lacking, then Timbuktu, like I used to hear from somebody, is still going to be very, very, very far away from us.
You just talked about development. You didn't talk about coaching, because coaching is one of the biggest challenges.
I'm talking generally. You know, I'm not actually talking only about the players, you know. Who is going to train the player? The coaches. We have some of them, but we don't have really good coaches in Nigeria. I know as I'm talking right now, I've been saying the same thing all over again. Some of them will just be like, what do you mean that we don't have good coaches? As if I'm coming to take their job. I'm not going to take anybody's job. I used to tell them that for Funke Oshonaike, for me, I love to be up there. I like to be like a president of an association, you know, because I've paid my due, you know. I want even if I have to be a coach, I have to be sure that the person that is going to be my president knows what is going on. Not somebody that doesn't know anything about table tennis or other sports be my president and doesn't know anything. I'll be pushing me around. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like everything has to work together. We need good coaches. Even if we have a coach right now, they have to be updated. You understand? It is very, very important. Even if they cannot afford to go to travel out, nowadays you can learn so many things on YouTube. Do you understand about what I see around? I was in table tennis all yesterday, and I just saw all the guys pushing. There's nothing like that anymore. In the world of table tennis, we have like 14 years, 15 years, 16 years, you know, that are world champions already. Instead of what we are seeing right now in the world, I'm seeing like 22 years, 23, 30 years, and they still don't know how to play good table tennis.
You're saying that you were right there in Abeokuta and you went to watch the table tennis event. You couldn't find little girls. All you were seeing were mamas that will compete with you at the mamas veterans category, as it were. Would you tell the Sport Commission about this?
I saw some young girls. It's not that they are not there, but what I'm seeing is that it's like they just started playing table tennis. They're not good. I'm just seeing the old faces that have been there for a very long time. That they're, you know, and those ones are the ones that are still good. But they are peak right now. They can't really. I'm not trying to put anybody down, but we need some of the young girls, you understand, to be traveling with them so that they can come up together. But for now, I can't see anybody. Look at Funke Oshonaike. I became Nigerian champion at the age of 16, and I became African champion at the age of 17. The last time the female table tennis player won African championship was me. I think when I was like 41. I am 51 years old now, and we're now talking about 10 years ago. So
okay, Funke, you are 51 years old. You don't look 51 at all. I wish you were on television. So what's the secret?
The secret is, as you know, Funke Oshonaike is very, very emotional. I cry a lot because I get hurt easily. After crying and I dry my tears, I start smiling and smiling. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do late night. I sleep like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I try to take my 8 hours sleep. Even though nowadays it's very, very hard because of my nursing school, but I'm still trying. I take this life very, very positive that whatever happens to me, whatever situation I might be going through, it is going to be temporary. I'm still going to be fine because I have God by my side. And that's what has been keeping me keeping on.
Are you saying that because you cry a lot, Nigerians, how you're listening, that if you cry a lot, you will look younger? Is that what Fugo is saying?
That's not what I'm saying. When you are hurt, don't keep it inside. Bring it out. I'm not only talking about women, I'm talking about male too, because they say, male, don't cry. Please cry. Bring it out, because the more you keep it inside, it's going to cause you another problem. I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be a nurse soon. So I know what I'm talking about. If you have a lot of stress and you know that the world is eating you or somebody hurt you, bring it out, cry it out. Immediately you finish crying, believe me honestly, you'll be fine. But if you put it in, it's going to cause a lot of things inside of you. You're going to have stress, and stress can damage a lot of things inside of you. So we should be very, very, very careful in putting a lot of things inside of us. It can cause you high blood pressure. It can cause you diabetics. It can make you sick, very sick.
Well, Funga also has two adults, two big boys. The first one is how old, and the second one is how old now?
My first boy, Divine, is 22. My second is 18 years old. So, man, be careful. Don't try me. I have two giants.
And Mama is 51 years old, still looking very young. Let's come back to the festival, and here we are, as it were. You've seen only tennis. How about other sports?
I went to swimming yesterday. Oh my God, I love it. I saw a lot of young girls, I'm looking at them. I just feel like, look at all these on my jebotas. It is so nice to see like 12, 13, 14, and they are champions already. They are Nigerian champions already. And that's what I would have loved to see in table tennis. Where we are, so basketball, handball. Now I am at football. Let's go. I never like football, but I'm here to support the girls.
Suddenly, Funka Oshinake now starts loving the game of football. She says she doesn't like football at all. Okay, let's get away from all of that, as it were. You are studying nursing. How soon will Funka Oshinake be done with studying nursing?
By this very special grace of God, I'm going to graduate ending of July, and I can't wait. 3 years is almost over. I'm going to be a nurse soon. Maybe that's what is gonna happen. As a nurse, I can work anywhere all over the world. Maybe I'll come back home and be working with the NSC one day.
You really want to come back to Nigeria from Hamburg, Funka Oshinake?
My children are grown up already. If I have a good contract in Nigeria, of course I love to serve Nigeria. I have served Nigeria for 35 years. And I think that it's maybe if they give me another opportunity to serve very well, and I'm being paid well, it's very, very important to me. Why not? I can move back to Nigeria. I don't have babies anymore.
And you're not planning to have babies anymore?
I am now in my menopause.
Okay, I forgot, Shinage. The elections into the sporting federations are here with us. You've always said that you want to be the president of course, your sport, table tennis. Are you thinking in that direction? Do you want to come to Nigeria to contest to be president of Table Tennis Federation of Nigeria?
Funke Oshinake, you're talking about. They won't even give me the chance. I'm a very, very truthful person. In sport in Nigeria, it's all about caucus. Because it's caucus, right? They know the person that is going to be there already. So let's just forget about it. But the only thing can happen if somebody just take me like B and be like, okay, Funke, we appoint you. Be that. That's the only way that is going to work. And if I become the president of Nigerian Table Tennis Federation, oh my God. The players, they are going to enjoy you. They will see what is called professionalism. But let's see what is going to happen. I don't know who is contesting. I just hope that the best will win. I just want the table tennis and all the sports. Because from Oshinake right now, it's not only for table tennis, I just hope they hold the sports. They will put the president or the administrators that are going to work well. They are going to do the right thing. You people always say this English, to put the round...
Humping around the hole.
Humping around holes. If we can actually do that, believe me honestly, we'll get back all our lost glories.
Funke Oshinake, Reporters Delight, anytime, any day. She's right here in Ogun State where the National Sport Festival is going on. And of course, tomorrow we'll return for the concluding part of this conversation. My name is Godwin Enoch, and a Global Sports Update. Keep praying for Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
All right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique style.
Say no to the ordinary. Embrace the extraordinary, because we are the voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM. Today, 95.1 FM.
Follow who no road, Oga. Follow who no road. I probably follow who no road. Even follow who no road.
Greetings to you, wonderful people of River State. Thank you for joining us on this health enlightenment, sponsored by Baba Champion Herbs. Baba Champion Day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, My One, Diebo, Port Harcourt. You can call Baba Champion on 081 69 20 2525. 081 69 20 2525. Let's hear from the Chief Consultant of Baba Champion Herbs.
Thank you so much, dear listener, for being with us. I am the Chief Consultant of Champion Herbs International. We are located at number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, My One, Diop, Port Harcourt. Today, I want to talk about erectile dysfunction.
Please, could you break it down so everybody can understand this?
Erectile dysfunction is the inability to get and keep an erection firm enough for intercourse. Having erection trouble from time to time is not necessarily an issue for concern, but when it happens frequently, it becomes a problem. It can cause stress, affect your self-confidence, and contribute to relationship problems. This problem of getting or keeping an erection can also be a sign of an underlying health condition that needs treatment. Male sexual arousal is a complex process that involves the brain, hormones, emotions, nerves, muscles, and blood vessels. Stress and mental health concerns can cause or worsen erectile dysfunction. Common causes include alcoholism and other forms of substance abuse, sleep disorders. If you don't sleep well, it can affect your performance. Tobacco use, too much sugar in the body, obesity, metabolic syndrome, which is a condition involving increased blood pressure, high insulin level, body fat around the waist, among others. We are located at number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, My One, Diop, Port Harcourt. Baba Champion Herbs.
We are not jack of all trade. We focus mainly on those issues that cause embarrassment to you as a man.
You can call us on 081 69 20 2525. 081 69 20 2525.
Does it come with symptoms?
Of course, it comes with a lot of symptoms, which, if neglected, could result to terrible conditions.
The symptoms include trouble getting an erection or keeping an erection, reduced sexual desire. You find yourself, as a man, you don't have urge at all. When you experience other sexual problems,
such as premature ejaculation or weak erection.
Other ailments, such as diabetes, heart disease, might also be linked to erectile dysfunction. We are located at number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, My One, Diop, Port Harcourt. Baba Champion Herbs. You can call us on 081 69 20 2525. 081 69 20 2525.
Any advice to our listeners?
I advise any man with any of these symptoms to quickly visit an expert. Even if it gets you embarrassed talking to an expert, never mind that. Most times, treating an underlying condition is enough to reverse erectile dysfunction. In other cases, medication or direct treatment helps a lot. So, when you see yourself in this situation, visit an expert. Don't feel ashamed to talk to an expert. We are located at number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, My One, Diop, Port Harcourt. Baba Champion Herbs. You can call us on 081 69 20 2525. 081 69 20 2525.
Baba Champion Herbs is all about you. Once you get to our office, we will run a thorough checkup on you, which includes comprehensive tests that will help us locate the root cause of your problem before we face it squarely. We don't charge anything to run the test on you. It is of utmost importance to us because it helps us to actually understand your situation and how best to tackle it. Remember, at Baba Champion Herbs, our main focus is on how how to bring out the real action in you as a man. Make no mistakes. Visit an expert.
We are located at number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Diob Port Harcourt, Baba Champion Herbs. You can call us on 081 69 20 2525. 081 69 20 2525.
Thank you very much.
Follow who no road, Oga. Follow who no road. I probably follow who no road. Even DJ, follow who no road. Even DJ, follow who no road.
Stay informed, stay ahead. Tune in to Today 95.1 FM for the latest news and exciting sports updates. Your trusted source for everything you need to know. Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Hello, my people. Are you ready for an electrifying experience that would send shivers down your spine? Welcome to the thrill. Hold on tight as we dive into the hottest high life tracks that will make your pulse race and your feet move. It's not just a show. It's a musical and talk adventure that would leave you craving for more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the thrill. 9 p.m. only on Today 95.1 FM.
It's High Life O'Clock, beautiful people. That's why you can hear amazing High Life songs. Because, why not? Because, now me, they run them. You already know how it is now. It's the thrill. It's Today 95.1 FM. Beautiful people, how are you doing? I hope you feel good. So the weather did one or two things today, and I hope you used the weather to rest. You know, but you didn't really bring cold like that too. Well, anyway, it did rain, so we will take it like that. Beautiful people. So May 29 is tomorrow, and 2 years
of the present administration. We'll talk about that in a bit, right? Plus, Sheikh Husani had something to say about it. I will tell you guys what he said, or rather you would hear from his mouth, in this case not the horses, but we will take the conversation from there. Okay, so we're going to explore what Nigerians have benefited so far from this administration, that is, if there has been any benefit for you. Let's take some Desperados because we have to cool the temper. Okay, so let's set the mood with Desperados. Right after that, you and I will talk.
Siwo. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, yo, where I'm so we might leave you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Let's go! Welcome to What's Popping.
What's popping? Brand new whip, just
with Desperados. What's Popping with Desperados.
Hey party people, welcome to another amazing episode of What's Poppin' with Desperados. And you know, it's not just a radio show. This show is your all access to everything fun, from great music down to the best of conversations. You know, we've got everything. And what other way to enjoy this conversation, even though with your ice cold Desperados? So what are you waiting for? Go grab it, crank up the volume of your radio set, because the party is about to get started. Without saying too much, then off we go.
What's Popping with Desperados, the tequila flavored beer. Tequila flavored beer.
Welcome back, folks. You already know you're locked into the hottest show on the planet. It is What's Poppin' with Desperados. And you know, if it's your first time on the show tuning in, where have you been? But time for a quick break. Don't even think about changing it, because this is where you should be. And while I'm away, grab yourself a nice cold Desperados. And you already know that it's the beer with a kick that turns tonight into something quite exciting. Without wasting time, the Poppin' 7 is up next right here on the show.
What's Popping with Desperados, the tequila flavored beer. Tequila flavored beer.
Be extra and embrace the wavy. Who's the most unusual of them all?
Desperados, of course. A beer with a kick that makes every night different from the other. Nobody does it better.
Life is too short to be basic.
Go for the unusual. Go Desperados. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
The Poppin' 7. It makes me feel good. I just want to get up and dance. I just want to dance. The Poppin' 7. Countdown of the joints you feel the most.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Popping 7. I said it earlier, I got to serve you 7 hot bangers that'll have you turn it up or thinking about tonight, what you want to do, where you want to be. Without saying too much, the first record today is a brand new entry on the Popping 7. It's from none other than Kumi, and this is Majekaja. In case you don't understand what that means, please let's not fight. This latest drop, Majekaja, is a smooth, soulful jam that hits just different. And you know what? Without wasting time, enjoy this one.
Majaja, oh, ìyàwó mi Majaja, oh, Majaja, oh, olólùfẹ́ mi Majaja, oh.
Next on the Popping 7 today is Burna Boy featuring Travis Scott. Ta 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 ta. Yeah, this is a jam, honestly. It's an absolute statement. The Afrofusion superstar is back again with another catchy song, and everybody seems to be vibing to it. Travis Scott, he did his bit, and that is one of the reasons why this record is definitely featuring today on the Popping 7. Next on the Popping 7 today is Shay Vibes, Pressure. Known for blending street vibes with heartfelt lyrics, Shay Vibes doesn't miss. And Pressure is yet another hit. Without wasting time, Shay Vibes, Pressure.
Yeah, he's a no visa. But nothing about my t-shirt. She loves it how I took her. All my time to get to know her. When we out, I show her. Spend the dollar like the pizza. No island, no problem. But she need love, but I can't love. Treat her so lovely. She loves it when I apply pressure. The only time under the treasure. Up in the sky, just a measure. She loves it when I apply pressure.
Next on the Popping 7 today is Mr. Fido, Money Moves. I love the song, honestly. And I said it before on the show, I'm going to say it again. This is the closest we've ever gotten to Wanda Cole in a long time. I know you're rolling your eyes like I'm reaching, but it is what it is. This record is a whole mood. It's about a hustle, ambition, and that feeling of leveling up. Without wasting time, Money Moves by Mr. Fido.
Cause I can't so see I get them on time, cause I can't so see I get them on time.
Hey folks, we're not done. Don't get scared. We're just here. We're just getting started. And you know, we're super excited to have Desperados as our sponsor. Don't worry, the Poppin' 7 is still right here. But first, let's talk about Desperados. You know, this bold tequila flavored beer is all about breaking the rules and pushing limits with its refreshing taste and that spicy kick. And newsflash, folks, it's Latin vibe season with Desperados because it's more than just a beer. It's a lifestyle. So raise your glass to the beer that's made to be different. Go, Desperados, go!
Be extra and embrace the wavy. Who's the most unusual of them all?
Desperados, of course. A beer with a kick that makes every night different from the other. Nobody does it better.
Life is too short to be basic. Go for the unusual. Go Desperados. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
What's popping with Desperados? The tequila flavored beer. The Poppin' 7. It makes me feel good. I just want to get up and dance. I just want to dance. The Poppin' 7. Countdown of the joints you feel the most.
Welcome back to the Popping 7, and what other way to usher you in if not a song that has the missing recipe on the chart? Say no more, Ladipo featuring Style Plus, Olufumi the remix, but hey, the missing recipe. Ladipo just cooked up something special with his latest drop, Olufumi, and yes, he brought the iconic Style Plus along for the ride. He went all the way to Abuja to make this work, and yeah, we're loving this record. Ladipo with relatable lyrics, he's back, and we love this jam, and it's definitely popping right here today on the show.
It's too late to speak, I just type it.
3 times a week, let's meet private. Lisa, follow your dress and your sizes.
That's why I never wanna love another woman. That's why I know I never love another woman. That's why I can never love another woman. That's why I think that's cap, cause I told my ex to I love another woman, I make it a verse 2. Then if we break up, I'll make that verse 2. I'm just playing with words, baby, don't take it so personal. Especially, cause you know you're the missing recipe. Feel like Nas when they talk about our destiny. If you see me for road, I beg, just press money. In my real life, I'm a walking SME. But now you will get assets. You belong in high income brackets. I didn't enter your eye like false lashes. What's your new relationship status?
When I said to you that I never wanna love another woman, girl, it was true.
Next on the Popping 7 today is Ricardo Banks featuring Mayoko, Glamorous. This record reminds me of Fergus Glamorous featuring Ludacris, and this record is a jam. Ricardo Banks, aka Ricky Tom Tom, is that dude, and we know Mayoko as well with his catchy lyrics. What a collaboration, and this record is definitely popping on the Popping 7.
Baby, I need an answer. I need it now. I need it now, girl, why you play? Now, girl, what are you saying? I need an answer. And I need it now. I need it now, girl, why you play? Now, girl, why you say? I never let you recover. I give you cover. Now when the night gets cold, for sure, like on my shoulder. Come into my life, oh, happiness, joy. Let me be a lover. I give you excess love. I give you all my money, because you're looking very GLA. MOROUS, you're the best. I'm a love UK, I'm a love USA.
And next on the Popping 7, the last but definitely not the least, is a certified banger. Techno with Alaji. Everybody loves this tune. No wonder we get to wrap it up with an OG like Techno today with Alaji by Techno.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila flavored beer. Tequila flavored beer.
Up next on the show is The Least. And you know what we do there? That is where we get to serve you some major scoop when it comes to your favorite celebrities. But first, let's talk about Desperados, the bold, unconventional beer that is shaking things up with a zesty lemon twist and fairy spice. It's the ultimate pick for a lit pop culture party. So what are you waiting for? Crack it open already. Sit back because I've got a lot of stories to share. A major one at that on The Least.
The List. Scoop about your favorites. This is where it's at. The List.
Welcome back, folks. It's time for The List, and I've got an interesting story to share with you today on The Least. So here's the scoop. Our star just made a major history. The 23-year-old star girl has officially become the first Nigerian female singer to hit 1 billion views on YouTube. Let that sink in for a minute. 1 billion, fam. That is not a joke. She didn't just slide into the records books. She kicked the door down, overtaking Yemi Alade's previous record of 805 million views and leading the charge, her Grammy-nominated hit song Rush, which alone pulled over 450 million views. With this, Ira now joins the elite YouTube billionaires club alongside Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, Rema, Kiss Daniel, and many more. Big wins, big moves, and even bigger energy. Our star is not just shining, she's blazing the trail, and we love it. Up next on the show is Where's Poppin'. Stick around.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila flavored beer. Tequila flavored beer.
Be extra and embrace the wavy. Who's the most unusual of them all?
Desperados, of course. A beer with a kick that makes every night different from the other. Nobody does it better.
Life is too short to be basic. Go for the unusual. Go Desperados. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer. Tequila-flavored beer.
Does anyone know where the plug is?
Where is popping?
Looking for something.
Places and events for you. Where's popping?
Hey folks, welcome back to Where's Poppin'. Did you miss me? Well, I missed you, trust me. I'm taking you to a spot where the crowd is cool. You know I'm that guy that takes you to the location where you want to be. Without saying too much, we're going all the way to Ocean Basket. If you're craving a classy vibe, fresh seafood, and sushi that hits just right, Ocean Basket is where it's really popping in Ikeja. Sitting pretty in Ikeja GRA and also holding it down at Ikeja City Mall. This spot is a total win for foodies and the vibe seekers alike. From Pretoria to Lagos, Ocean's Basket's been bringing that Mediterranean flair since '95, serving up generous portions, bold flavors, and a warm, welcoming energy that keeps people coming back. Now picture this for a second. A plate of sizzling prawns, fresh off the boat sushi, and an ice-cold Desperados beer in hand. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm talking about. The perfect mix of flavor, fire, and a little tequila kick. Desperados brings the party to your table every time. So, whether you're pulling up for just a little get-together or you're pulling up with your squad, you know where to be. Ocean Basket with a Desperados beer in hand is definitely where it's popping. Location, Ikeja GRA. Shop U06 at Ikeja City Mall, Alausa, Lagos. Opening hours, Sunday to Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. So, my friend, if you're looking for good food, good vibes, and the premium Desperados energy, well, Ocean Basket is the spot this week. And that's a wrap, party people. Thanks for vibing with me as usual on What's Popping with Desperados. It's been nothing but good times, hot gist, and yes, the energy definitely unbeatable. Now listen up. Here's where I get to ask my normal questions. Are you into beer? Check. If tequila is your thing, double check. Then you know you're already a part of the Desperados tribe. And just know this, these tequila flavored beer is the perfect balance of zesty, spicy, and sweet. And guess what? It's ready for your stores nationwide. So what are you waiting for? Grab a few, call your friends to call their friends, and let the fiesta vibes flow. With Desperados, the party isn't really a place, it's a mindset. Until next time, keep it lit, keep it fresh, and definitely keep it popping with Desperados. Cheers to an epic evening.
Thank you for checking in with us on What's Popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM. Today's quest. Today, 95.1 FM. Today's hustle. Today, 95.1 FM. Today's connect. Today, 95.1 FM. Voice of the people.
Thank you, Ruben, for having me once again in your program. It's been a long time. Well, first of all, like all other governments in the history of Nigeria, in the last 2 years, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration has scored some positive points on a number of areas, and there are problems and challenges in also a number of areas. I come from Kaduna State, which is in the northwestern part of Nigeria. Of particular urgent and important interest to us is security. Our region has been faced with banditry and terror attacks for almost over a decade. And specifically in my own state, there are parts of the state that were virtually inaccessible because they have been under the control of bandits. And this has always been the case in Niger, Katsina, Zamfara, parts of Sokoto State, and Kebbi State. And as we know in the past, attacks and kidnapping, specifically on schools, and extortion of ransom was almost a daily or weekly affair. There are still challenges going on now, but I can't remember the last time when we have gotten reports where students were kidnapped and ransom were extorted. If you can remember, in my own area state, there was attack on the Greenfield University, Bethel Baptist High School, even the Nigerian Defense Academy, Polytechnic in Zaria, and other southern Kaduna were all under attack. But for now, things have calmed down. But that does not mean the security issues are virtually solved. But we can see improvement in that aspect of it. And then secondly, we have seen that the states now have more resources, which of course is been said to be part of the dividend of the rumble of subsidy, which of course Nigerians are suffering as a result of rise in cost of living. So there are clearly an evident allocation of more funds to the states, which we have been seeing in a number of places. But I can say that in security, he has scored a lot, but we still have challenges. And on matters of the economy, people are still paying through their noses, but projects are going on at the state level. And then when you pick on the area of education, we have also seen funding going to the primary and secondary schools level within our own parts of the country. And I can also say that for the first time in the history of Nigeria, we have seen some reforms which were unthinkable. And it has been in the history of any country. No leader should dare initiate or trigger reforms and expect himself to be loved and clapped by all. Reforms comes with price, with consequences, with pains and suffering. And the public view about reforms will change only when it starts bearing fruits. So as far as I'm concerned, the government in a number of areas has achieved, and there are also areas which not much has been achieved, and that is where I can say briefly for now.
Well, Sir Victor Owifo right there with the song Say, beautiful people. And yes, while we go through the lot and that we go through, you will just use these high life songs to step down. Well, now that we are back from where we went to before, I do hope that you have your desperados in hand and that we can take the conversation from there going forward. So you heard the voice of Shehu Sani, former national lawmaker. I'm going to highlight some of the things that he said, and of course open the phone lines for you to tell me, from your own perspective. In the last 2 years, the President Tinubu's administration has scored some positive points. I'm quoting Shehu Sani now. He said, in the last 2 years, the President Tinubu's administration has scored some positive points. We have seen improvements in security issues. He highlighted, they used to have this here, kidnapping here, this one there, this one there. Oh, now they don't have it anymore. It has reduced. The students have not been kidnapped in a while. Is this true? Is this true? He said the states now have more resources as more funds are being allocated to them. So thanks to the fuel subsidy, states now have more resources, more funds are being allocated to the states. So where is all this money going to? Because people are still complaining of hunger and starvation to the best of my knowledge. Well, my questions for you beautiful people. May 29 tomorrow, 2 years in power. What positive points has the president scored so far? Let's start from there. May 29 tomorrow, 2 years in power. What positive points has the president scored so far? Now, as a Nigerian living in Nigeria, how would you rate this administration's 2 years in office? I mean, the earlier the better, right? And then there's the whole... We operate a democratic system of governance. So the president was voted for, Abi. And so this administration's 2 years in office, how would you rate it? You're a Nigerian, you live in Nigeria. How would you rate it? Have the economic policies been in favor of the people? The floating of the naira, the removal of fuel subsidy. Abi, oh yeah, this one, oh yeah, people are paying so much for so little services. What's going on with your tariff plans when it comes to your data? That's your mobile network, both for calls and of course for internet services. What's going on with that? Have the economic policies been in favor of the people, especially those at the grassroots? Have you benefited from any of the economic policies so far? So let's talk. We're talking honestly. Remember to keep your comments respectful. 0817 0000951, 0817 0000951, 08109510 Now, because this is the thrill, you get to hear, beautiful high life songs, because I'm trying to take you away from the hustle and the bustle, the things that you've had to deal with today. And then so we can just relax and have this conversation. So let me know what it is for you. May 29 tomorrow, 2 years in power. What positive points has the president scored so far? Well, Shehu Sani says, yes, scored positive points. So from where you stand, or from where you're sitting right now, from where you're laying down, what positive points can you think of? That's what I'm asking. So let me know. Send in messages to 0701-9339-962. Regular text messages, WhatsApp messages as well. So keep them coming. Oh, sorry. Try calling again. Hello. Good evening to you.
Hi, baby.
Good evening to you.
Hey, Chief Solomon.
You're welcome.
You see, there is no positive change. You see, Buhari left fuel 350. Since then, fuel continues to be increasing to the excess of almost 2,000 naira. And there is a promise. He made a pledge, say, refinery, Port Harcourt refinery will be working. So up till now, this is 2 years. When will it work? When will it Port Harcourt refinery work? Supposing that refinery was put in order, the increment of fuel, petrol, wouldn't have been.
Okay.
So this gets increasing every day. People are suffering. Everything is buy. Right from start from pure water to the extreme items that women be uses in the house. All is buy. No especially in Port Harcourt, except those in rural area that do farming.
All right.
Yeah, so things like this are very bad. People are dying. People are even thinking most people dying.
All right. Thank you.
Look at medication. Look at health. Health. If you will go after running the test, they will prescribe medicine for you. So even after running the test, there will be no money to even go to any pharmacy to get any drug.
All right. Thank you.
So things are so very bad. This is 2 years in administration.
Thank you, Chief Solomon. Thank you so much. So I can talk to other people. All right. Keep your messages coming in. 0701-9339-962. Hello. Good evening to you.
Good evening, dear Amaka. Good evening.
You're welcome.
Good evening. I heard what Shehu Sani said. There is no anything like. I have not said anything positive since this Buhari regime entered. This resource is gone. That is everything. Every outwards for change. There is no anything again. I'm in darkness now, as I'm saying.
Nothing positive from your end.
Yeah?
Nothing positive from your end.
I mean, I have to say the truth. Since I was born, I have not seen this kind of.
All right. All right. Thank you. All right. Hello. Good evening to you.
Yeah. Good evening, Amaka.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm Chris from Port Harcourt.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think that has said it all. Exactly what he's saying is what is happening. Because most of the reform, don't forget, this is not God's government that you just overnight. You use your mouth to pronounce, let there be light, let there be sun, let there be moon. Anything they do, they need to work on it for it to happen. Like most of the laws, like many laws, you need to pass first before you can talk of even implementing. All those things happen in this administration. So we cannot expect that overnight kind of. But I believe that from this moment, we'll begin to experience something better. I think that is how to go. So let us not.
So you're optimistic?
Yes, there is hope. And for the first time, you are talking of fuel. You know that fuel is supposed to be market-driven force, not this one that somebody will just say, oh, fuel, come down to this, fuel, go down to that. So that era of let they bring down price of fuel is over. Now, fuel on its own can come down or go up. So it's a market force, just like every other commodity. Okay. So, and I'm seeing that happening. Not like before, you'll be protesting that they should bring down the price of fuel and all of that. So many private sectors now can go into fuel production. That is, if you want to have your refinery, it depends on the size and all of that. So I think with that,
all right. Thank you. Okay, you said you're optimistic, so I'm just going to leave it there. Hello, good evening to you.
Yes, Amaka, good evening.
You're welcome.
Hello?
Go ahead.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
This is Okigin Jr. calling from Abua.
You're welcome.
Yes, the statement from Fanny is that some of these persons have lost touch with their people, because I'm really disappointed that Fanny will come to defend the government of the day that he knows that is not doing well. In all ramifications, when we talk of security, zero. When we talk of the economy, is zero. See, let me tell you, I was reading a commentary of article when he went
to Castina to see the former president Muhammadu Buhari, that he was shedding tears. I don't know if you saw that write-up. He was shedding tears, not because of himself, but he saw children. Jonathan again was wrongly
okay.
Go and see.
All right.
The next generation of Nigeria, we are in trouble.
All right.
Go to this sport. That is when let me tell you something like
your line is breaking.
Sorry?
Your line is breaking.
Something like standing out here that.
Okay, I cannot hear you anymore, but I think I've gotten your point. All right. Thank you.
Right for Professor.
Oh, okay. I don't think I follow anymore. Your line is breaking. I'm sorry, but I think I got the first part of your point. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, the one and only beautiful sister Amata.
Good evening, Mr. Sam.
Highlight queen of PH, a blessed one to you and a bad one to all the bad politicians and men who are now drinking Jagaban liquor and be talking anyhow. Sister Amata, you see, yesterday my line was blazing left and right, and you didn't pick anyway. That is by the way anyway. Sister Amaka, you see, sincerely, I'm so surprised and worried about what is happening in our nation. Men who used to be advocating for the commoners, who were standing tall as human rights athletes, like the man Shehu Sani, Adams Oshumule, and the rest. Today, these are the men who are coming to now be doing zuzu and be talking things that, in fact, when I think are they in their right sense or mind, I don't know. But just imagine if you say they are doing reforms. See, Jagaban came, Sister Amaka. It has been one lie or the other, one kind of way of Yahoo way of man.
So, are you saying there's been no positive points for you so far?
Now they told us subsidy is down, refinery is working. Till date, we have not seen anything that evidence that we can tell that our refineries are working.
Right.
They say LNG gas buses. Till today, where are you seeing those buses?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Sam.
This man is just a
Thank you, Mr. Sam. Thank you, Mr. Sam. Godwin Agwanwo says, concerning this matter, good evening, Amaka Felix. No positive points, but negative points all through. Nothing to show for it. Rather, it's borrowing and corruption everywhere, with poverty and hunger bedeviling the people. He is saying it to be in the good books of Mr. President and gain political appointments. This has shown that politicians are there for their selfish interest and not for the people, siding the wrong thing always just to score cheap political points and appointments. Nothing to write home about. It's just the normal system of bad governance everywhere. Nothing really changed. Not at all, but those that benefited from it are the political bourgeoisies. Let's not deceive ourselves here, please. These are the people benefiting from everything. And okay, that's from Godwin, texting from Malakaya. Thank you for texting, Godwin. This one says, more money, but we are still looking outside to get money to fund budget. 10,000 naira is like 3,000 naira economically. Thanks to Tinubu's administration, we are 3 times worse off, and people are endorsing the administration as if they are blind and not seeing what is happening to the economy generally. From manager Sir Festus Digmani. All right, beautiful people, that's as much as I can take on tonight's episode of The Thrill. The Thrill continues tomorrow, same time, same station, and of course, same presenter. I'm Amaka, and I've been your host. I'll be your host tomorrow still, so make sure to keep it locked just right here on Today 95.1 FM. Herbal Heritage comes up next. I will take you through the world news at 10 p.m. That's what we do here on this dial. Okay, so keep it locked with us.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, when they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support with country healthcare system. Country man, correct, holistic, ogbonge herbal medicine, they know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket. Full ground, as every Christmas, I be boundary. Sickness self, sabi medicine, will pass them. After all, monkey smart now, because tree near tree is our forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become ubaruba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International offices where near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now you.
Hello and welcome to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. On today's edition of the program, our topic for discussion is staphylococcal infection. And I have with me in the studio Dr. Otumba Abiodun. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Staphylococcal infections do occur in the body system when Staphylococcus bacteria enters into the body system and spread within the body system, destroying body cells. Staphylococcus bacteria are majorly of three types that can afflict men. But of these three, the most pathogenic in nature, that is the one that is capable of causing diseases easily in men, is the Staphylococcus aureus, because it is capable of invading body cells, destroying them, causing different pathological changes in the body. When Staphylococcus bacteria spread in the body system, there are a number of changes that one can experience. This can result to burning sensation within the individual, and this can be seen as fever from time to time, or a situation where there is certain hotness coming from within. There can be skin manifestations in staphylococcal infection that can be given one periodic boils or rashes all over the body. In some people, such rashes can come around the pubic region, or even leading to boils that can lead to blisters or even ulcers on the skin. It is possible for one to experience persistent headache in staphylococcal infection because the body fluid is already contaminated. Staphylococcus, as we know, is a form of bacteria. Any bacteria that is capable of spreading in the body system can lead to reactions in the body that can further damage body tissues. And when this occurs, it is possible for one to experience joint pains in form of infective arthritis. Part of this bacteria can spread deep into the tissues of the heart, affecting the valves of the heart. And when this occurs, you discover that there can be palpitation that some will start witnessing as if they have panic attack. When this is allowed to continue in the body system, it is possible for one to start getting tired easily. There are many people, by walking from one pole to another, they get tired, or by doing just something that is not supposed to be that tasking in terms of energy consumption, they discover that it's as if they don't have enough hair where they are located. All this can be as a result of weakness of the heart resulting from infection or spread of this bacteria we're talking about. When this bacteria is able to pollute the body fluid, it is possible for one to witness mouth odor. Mouth odor is a form of changes that is called halitosis, where people will start coming up with breath coming from within that is already polluted. There is no amount of time such people wash their mouth, you discover that the breath coming out is very offensive. All this can be as a result of pollution of the body system. It is possible if any bacteria is able to dwell so long in the body system to contaminate the whole body fluid and even damage nerves. When nerves are damaged, there can be tiredness. Not only this, it is possible for men to suffer a lot because this can degenerate to a situation where a man is unable to stand like a real man. When a man is unable to stand like a real man, it is seen as a serious challenge because the whole family can be affected. Part of the joy of the relationship can be stolen, and this can cause different rancors in the family. A man that is unable to stand as he should can find it difficult to get arousal. The desire for opposite sex can disappear, and once that arousal is not there, that is the ignition point. It means such a man will not be able to stand like a real man. In some people, the arousal can be there, but you discover that because nerves have been damaged, the transmission from the upper center down to the power point of man, that is in between his two thighs, can be weakened. When such occurs, you discover that such a man can even get arousal or is able to stand, but the type of standing that he has is not strong enough to help him to even get into the act. In some people, they make efforts to get into the act, but you discover that they are unable to spend more than a minute or more before they are exhausted. Mind you, before a man can be called a real man, such a man must be able to have the arousal as desired and also be able to sustain the energy he has been able to gather for a considerable length of time. That is when such a man can be able to make his partner happy when it comes to man-to-woman interaction. So such men do suffer from this from time to time. It's after knowing the root cause of the challenge that one will be able to know the right step to take for one to be totally free. Whenever you experience anything that we have been able to mention or other things, it's very important for one to visit a competent healthcare giver who will be able to run tests on one and pinpoint where the problem lies and provide solution. For more enlightenment and advice, the number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. Thank you all.
All right, you've been listening to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts. At number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. Let's take our sponsor's message. Don't go away. We shall be right back.
Herbal Heritage International, the Gokoroko for herbal medicine, when they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support with country healthcare system. Country man, correct bakelistic ogbonge herbal medicine, they we know they come out for public anyhow like a big basket. Food gram as every Christmas have been boundary. Sickness self sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now because tree near tree is our forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become Ubarugba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now
You're welcome back to Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts. At number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. Until we come your way again, remain blessed.
And that was a paid infomercial.